Welcome to the Nice Guy Any podcast with your host, Superfly, Johnny Lee, the podcast god, and my co-host for tonight, Bmoney, four-time state champion. Say
What's up,
something, brother.
guys? We got a good show planned for you tonight, and right here next to me, we got Peanut.
Jimmy, Nine Toes, little bastard.
And then over here, we got the greatest babyface in Kentucky wrestling history,
Oh, shucks.
MWA heavyweight champion, and the man, Chucky Smooth.
Thank you for having me, fellas. It's good to be here.
You're welcome, brother. Definitely can't have MWA month without Chucky Smooth,
Oh,
Kentucky's
man.
John Cena.
I'm pumped about MWA month, man. I was so disappointed last week. I thought I was going to see the Parkers and Kitten Kelly Charles and tune in and see Dizzle. No offense,
Yeah.
Dizzle. No offense, Dizzle.
Yeah, Dizzle ended up taking their place instead. Because someone forgot to let them know that it was supposed to be that week that they were coming in.
Yeah, we ain't going to mention no names. Ready there, Steele. Oh, man. God, I got a bad
It'll
off.
be good.
Oh, dude. My bad, man.
My bad, man. I just tried. I thought that was going to be good. I tried to remind them guys. It's not my fault.
You think you can be here tonight?
I thought you said that was going to be August 17th.
Dude. My bad, man.
But I think next week we have the Greens family reunion.
Hey, man.
Yep, we do. That's going to be fire because Tommy Green is coming to the studio that night.
I can't wait to see that. That'd be
We
really
got
good.
Buddy's coming too, ain't he?
Buddy.
Yep.
Dude.
And Bobby Green.
Buddy, man. Buddy's amazing.
Dude,
I love Buddy.
we've had him in here a couple of times. That dude's a trip. He's hilarious.
Yeah, Bobby Green wants to take him out and fight him.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, they've been arguing.
You might have to
online.
hire security, man.
Yeah, 'cause, oh, look at this.
Nah, man. What do you got?
China's a little off on B-Money's mic. Oh,
Yo,
good. Speaking to it.
yo,
Speak again.
Johnny Lee.
I can hear you.
There we go.
Is it sounding good to you, B-Money? I mean, Leon?
Turn it down in my earphone, just like loud. Right?
Oh, it is?
Yeah. All right.
Because it's up all the way. Oh, look, Bobby Blaze tuned in. Bobby Blaze saw Chucky Smooth was going to be here, and he's like, I have to tune in for this one.
A lone wolf.
Lone Wolf, man.
We had him in there last time too. He popped up out of nowhere. You never know
Man.
who's gonna show up.
That's right.
You could have Bobby on every week, man. I'm sure that guy's full of just like stories and things that he's done in the ring and who he's wrestled and
Exactly, because Bobby Blade has been around a long time.
yes, sir. Yes, he has.
And why don't we jump right into it? How did you get your start in professional wrestling, Chucky Smooth?
Dirty Chris Hayes, really.
Not to cut you off, but before we go into that, I want to know like what inspired you, like maybe when you was like a little kid, like who's your favorite, and, like when did you fall in love with wrestling?
Brother.
That's right, brother.
When I fell in love with wrestling, like my dad, God rest his soul, he passed away when I was 10. He had a buddy that would come up every once in a while from Hazard, and they were religious people, really religious.
Yeah.
And they would come up and from time to time, and they'd come up. Man, I was probably about 6 or 7, and they came up and they was like, "There's wrestling at Rupp Arena tonight," and I was like, "What's wrestling?" Like I didn't know, like you know what I mean.
Yep.
So Mom asked, like, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Sure, let's go," because we didn't do a whole lot of stuff back then. Because my mom she made all the money back then, single parent family. We didn't do a whole lot, so I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So, mind you, his family's really religious, like Christian people. So we get to wrestling, man, and we're like 4 or 5 rows from the ring, man. There's this ring, the lights, and I'm just, oh man, it's so cool. And first wrestler come out that night happened to be Bill Dundee, superstar Bill Dundee.
Hell yeah.
And he comes to the ring, man, and like I said, these people are Christian people, and like he's going around getting his heat, and he comes to them, man, and like the wife of the family, she looks at Bill Dundee and just calls him the god awfulest names, gives him the bird, and I'm like, you know, and I'm just in amazement, man. Well, long story short, end of the night, main event was Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, man, and like, God, they fought all over that place, man. They beat the hell out of one another, man. And that night there, man, I was like, I was hooked. From like, I watched everything then. It was like Saturday mornings, you know, Memphis, and then WWE, and then Saturday nights it was the Mothership on WTBS. 605 on the Mothership.
Hell yeah.
And Saturday night's main event, WrestleMania, well, you know, so on and so on. And that's when it first occurred.
That's nice. And if you guys don't know Peanut, he's a good friend of Chucky Smooth and pretty much all
That's
the
right.
MWA guys, Ray the Bear, Uncle Al.
And I knew him before I ever became a podcaster.
Yeah,
Podcast legend, right?
They from the same hood.
Yep.
Dog. They from Kenwick, dog.
That's right. Same question for you. What got you into professional wrestling? What inspired you?
I'm a wrestling geek. I love it. So,
Same here.
Wrestling encyclopedia. This guy and Bobby Blade. No, you put those two guys together, and it's like you don't need a wrestling encyclopedia. Like these guys here can tell you anything and everything about a main event back in 86, 87,
That's
Starrcade,
right.
or like, you know, just the most unnecessary stuff ever.
Dude, it was
You know.
me and Michael get into like wrestling arguments or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah,
and then he'd be like,
I'm gonna ask my dad.
I'm calling him. We're
yeah,
calling him.
yeah. Man's dad.
hey, right there,
Wiki
Jim
wrestle.
Chadwick, right there. That's when I first met him. Real quick about MWA, I
Look,
was struck, and I just wanted to pick his brain, and just it's seeing him. That's just awesome. Rest
This
in
was
peace,
the
man.
last MWA show right here.
The last MWA.
The very last MWA show. Me and Ronnie Roberts, the
Never
main
played
event,
Ronnie.
and Jim was Ronnie's
Yep,
manager.
2013.
Yeah.
Also, he's who inspired this. Because he wore this before.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
worn these sequins
Oh, yeah.
before. So
He had a gimmick
when I
bag
did
with
this.
he had a gimmick bag with a little bit of everything in it.
Yep. And he also had that kennel stick, which he spray painted gold. Carried
Oh, yeah.
around, use it on you if you got on his bad side.
Oh yeah, I felt that wrath a few times.
Yeah. Jim was the original Kentucky Legend manager right there.
Back to what
So,
you were
anyways, my bad.
saying.
Chadwick, I got sidetracked. Watching it on TV. Fortunate enough to have cable, ICW, hearing Midnight Express theme, and that statue on Saturday going around. I have an older brother come up on the weekends from down home. Watching it with him, I was hooked. Going to a show, I can't imagine for the first time.
Yeah.
But we did go to like Renfro Valley probably in '81 and see
Damn.
Macho Man and Crusher Broomfield. And
Love that.
and then when you got to go to Rupp Arena, like Charlie said,
Real quick, Donnie Green said, "You look like one of the Lost Moondogs."
hey, that's a compliment to me.
That's right.
They kicked the Fab's ass and everybody else's. Larry Latham, rest in peace.
That's
Spot
right.
Rex and
R.I.P.
buttermilk.
Hey, you better get your boy over there.
Yeah, you got better be good. You
So
know,
Anyways, this Donnie Green, what's up? I just love wrestling, man. I love it. You know that. It's
same
just
here.
seeing all of it. We were fortunate enough to have the territories. I'll go all day. You just better just stop me because we're talking about the MWA,
Yeah,
and I can
'cause-
talk about that too.
Because the territories are what got you into wrestling before anything. Because
Yeah.
you start seeing that, you had Memphis, Tennessee, you had all these
Yeah.
places that were working together.
Oh,
this
yeah.
long before WWE started being the main territory. So you had all them, then you get the MWA, which was starting out from the late,
it
basically
goes way
mid
back,
70s
yeah.
and way before
back.
that.
I got one more question before we get into the MWA stuff. Do you think there's something that modern wrestling don't have that like territories had, like a certain thing other than like the realness of back in the day.
That's something I think that like modern day wrestling lacks. Is that like rivalries, you know, with other federations and stuff? It's like, you know, it's like when AEW first come out, it was like a cool thing, and now it's kind of gotten watered down. It seems like, and it's like, you know, WWE prevails. WWE will always win, you know, no matter what.
And AEW taking shots, I'm like, y'all are not WCW.
It does.
It never will be.
It does.
And that's
pot
what they
shots.
It seemed like they kind of tried to go the same route as WCW
now, I will
did.
say the first 2 years of AEW were really
it was
good.
popping.
Man.
It was good.
It was alternative.
It was something
sold
new.
itself.
Yeah.
And then just got watered down. Just like a new restaurant comes to town. You know, when that restaurant,
It's like Popeyes up here. When fucking Popeyes came out, you couldn't get a piece of fucking chicken or a chicken sandwich unless you wanted to wait a whole hour.
And then their biscuit ended up being fucking hard.
Look at it now.
Dude.
No cars.
I think one thing about today and back in the day, and first of all, I'm a fan. Anybody gets in that ring, respect, because you can mess up, and it's up to you. This is my opinion. If you dictate the crowd, you fucked up. You fucked up. I can cuss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day in the territories, you had to learn, man. You was and this is not Memphis. This is everywhere. And Bobby and Donnie and all these guys, it's just me. You had to know how to work, man. You had to know how to go, because Monday you're in Memphis. Tuesday you're in Louisville. Wednesday you're in Evansville. Thursday once a month you're in Rupp Arena. Friday you're in Arkansas. And then Saturday, you had to, every week, you had to know. Where today it's good. The people, the talent gets to cruise and luxury and it's good, but just back in the day, you had to go and
you were learning on the fly.
And then today, real quick, and we can roll on. Nothing registers to me. There's no time for nothing to like. Damn, man. And I get it. It's the way society is to me. Everybody wants shit now, but if the wrestlers just slow down, the ones I don't watch it all a lot right now. I just old shit, but slow down. Slow down, man.
Everybody wants to get their shit in, man. It's like,
that's something that I should
they
learn
don't.
too.
It's just like it's changed totally, man.
Because there's a lot of wrestlers that think that they gotta be fast paced.
It's come to the period. It's like, what haven't we seen? You know what I mean? It's like coming
it's
up
time
with
to slow it down and start it over.
Exactly.
Social media, you can make something happen. You can tell a story.
Exactly.
I don't need to tell him a good match.
But
this is just me as a fan
WWE
talking.
has gotten a lot better.
Same thing. I agree.
Triple H, man.
Yeah.
Triple H.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because Triple H,
old school student of the game, fucking knows,
and also knows the business.
It's about to take another.
Both sides.
It's about to take another level where
man, it's gotten a lot better.
You can get everybody. Nobody's going to surpass it. It's good for AEW, TNA, WCW. That's where Vince fucked up. That's a whole nother story for another day.
Because Vince McMahon didn't
Netflix now. I don't mean to cut you off, Johnny. Go ahead.
I was fine, but Vince McMahon did not know what Triple H knows. Triple H has been inside the business. He has wrestled in the business. But now that he's had that business side where he was working with the suit, he's able to mesh both of them together and come up with something that a lot of us are starting to see that's making wrestling good again. Because now we got TNA, we got Pro Wrestling Noah, we got all these other companies that WWE's working with. And, well, lo and behold, AEW, after they said that WWE was the Harvey Weinstein of wrestling, now they're saying, I hope that we eventually get to work together. It just shows.
Donnie Green says, gotta go down to the pier, but Chuck is my top 5 baby faces in MWA. Dale Mann, Danny Fargo, Billy Travis, Wildcat Chris Harris, and Chucky Smooth.
And look at this.
And then Bobby Blade said, there's no gritty, hard-nosed wrestling anymore. Everything looks too perfect now. Nobody lets anything register with the crowd. It is what it is, though.
I miss when they would actually let it register. And someone said smooth sucks, just an auto rules. That's Damon Darnell Reed.
What'd he say?
Hey, folks, don't get your hair cut at Chevy Chase Barbershop, dude.
Hey, ask Bobby real quick
look.
if he thinks.
I told him to take a little off the top and let this is what he done to me. Don't go to Chevy Chase Barbershop.
Yeah, he left Chucky smooth like that, smoother than silk.
What you need to ask Bob?
I just wonder if Bobby thinks it could go back to Valentine and Wahoo slowing down and just, hey, you're watching me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know?
and think about it. If someone were to do that, it would get over, because I've seen someone actually do this before, where they're working this inside of modern wrestling now, but they're doing the old school style, and people are registering to it because they've never seen it before. So if every wrestler was to follow suit, I believe that we could get that old time.
It's something new that they haven't seen.
Exactly. Because
Go ahead.
what's old is new.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. But for some reason, we got people like the Bucks who think that super kicking a lot equals wrestling, and it's not letting the fans register it. I remember when a super kick used to end a match.
Everybody does it.
Exactly. And that's what dilutes it. And that's not what wrestling should be about. Wrestling should be like old school, making sure that the fans are registering, so the fans know that you got something good going on. Because we got a few that's not being worked to where the fans want to see it the next week. Something's wrong. You want a feud with that people going to be like, I want to see what happens next. I want to see that guy get his teeth knocked out. Anytime you got a villain that's made him so mad.
Bobby Blade said, no, not in this day and age. Newer fans these days are instant gratification. And he put, I'd love to see it get back to that for sure, but I don't think it'll ever happen.
Because today's fans.
That's another thing I will say about wrestling fans today, is nobody hates wrestling more than wrestling fans.
Yes.
It's stupid.
Go on X and you will see a bunch of IWC that hates.
Nobody else gives a shit except for the fans. They hate it so much.
You could have one of the best matches on the card that registered things, and they would still say this match was boring.
He botched this move.
Yeah, they would point out the botches.
There was an instance where they were calling out Braun Breaker a couple weeks ago, and he all he did was he jumped up on the top rope, and when he was going to do the superplex, he slipped.
But
that's an honest mistake.
But that's also a hypocritical thing, because they didn't call out Damian Priest when he had his slip, and they didn't even call out the botch that happened before that. It was just Braun Breaker that targeted, because he's the younger guy, the new guy that came in, and they're acting like they didn't see him pull off the move 100 times before. Anything in wrestling can go wrong, and yet fans don't understand that.
Yeah, like the top rope breaking.
Yeah, or a recent example, during a match that Larry D was part of, Larry D goes to get up to the top rope, and the bottom fucking rope snaps on him. Right as he puts his foot onto it. Thank God he didn't try climbing up, because that rope snapped off immediately when he put his foot onto it.
Oh, yeah.
So that shit happens in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be prepared for it, because wrestling ain't ballet. A lot of fans need to understand wrestling was never ballet. What happens inside the ring, you're still getting hurt.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people think you're not getting hurt. Well, guess what? I've been inside the ring. Trust me, run those ropes, it hurts. Being up on the turnbuckle, still going to hurt, because it don't matter if there's padding, because you're still going to get hurt. Chucky Smooth would know, because Chucky Smooth's been through it.
How did you feel Sunday morning after your match?
Not too pleasant, because after you run those ropes, you can feel it, because it digs into your back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Also, whenever you're getting striked, I wish that Andy had struck me harder, though, because those strikes, to be honest, I didn't feel as bad as I did during our training session. I mean, it was like he was trying to sugarcoat it for me. I'm like, this motherfucker. and if you watch the video, I take my forearm, and I was like, well, you told me Sean's forearm's better, so I'm going to show you. So I was just slam into his neck. He still complains about it. I was like, well, you told me during our training session that you thought Sean's was better. I was trying to take it easy on you. Well, now you old man, I'm going to show you.
Lay him in.
Exactly.
I want to say something before I forget.
You can't.
Go ahead.
Fuck Al. That's what that's all I wanted to say.
Al Steele,
Fuck Al, man.
you know, Al Steele,
Dude, Al Steele, dude. This motherfucker, man. He got me started a couple weeks when he was on there. I said, I can't wait to get back on there. This motherfucker turned on me fucking, I don't know how many times. And, like, every time, dude, like, he turned on me, dude, like, before the match, dude, he'd, like, think his whole penis would get erect, dude. Like, he just wanted, and, dude, he would get me down, dude. He would spit on me.
Dirty.
And, like, dude, man, people would get so pissed at him, and, like, he would just eat it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen to this. We're riding to the show one day. It's me, Al, and my cousin Jonathan. And my cousin Jonathan goes, you should turn on Chucky tonight. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the back seat, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's no way, like, it's actually happening.
Thanks,
right?
man. Thanks.
And so we're riding, we're at the show, and there's a picture of it. Dude, he turned around and fucking smoked you with that chair. And dude, there's a picture of me, my mom holding me, and I'm just fucking bawling, crying.
Al Steele was the type of guy that if you were friends with him for a while, he's still going to turn on you.
But, like, man, like, mine and Al's reign, I think we were, like, man, like, 4 or 5 time MWA heavyweight champions. KCW, like, man, we had, like, belts in, like, 3 different, like, we were, like, NWF, MWA, KCW all at one time. Like, man, we held,
Is that still smooth?
yeah, we was,
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, I like that it's a pun because Still Smooth can also be STILL smooth.
that's true.
Nice.
That's true.
That was one of my
But,
favorite things about that name.
But we had a lot of fun though, man. But God, man, he probably And every time he turned on me was just as hot as the first time. You know what I mean? It's like people would buy in or like, oh, well, maybe Al's
You know why?
changed. Maybe Al's changed.
Because you're the John Cena of Kentucky wrestling. They see Chucky Smooth, anyone turns on him, instant heat.
Well,
Always.
That's the thing. Like people always, John Cena was like, he was never the best wrestler. But the thing I always respected about John Cena was like all the extra stuff he done outside of the
I
ring.
seen a thing today. He has done the most
Make-A-Wish.
Yep.
650.
Did any athlete ever
Not even close.
and I kind of like admired that. So, I was never as big as and not even close in the ballpark of John Cena. But
You see the heart there, that's probably why, because it has to
What
pick
is it?
up on the heart on the mic. You have to speak where the heart is. Because I think that's why your voice is picking up a little bit lower.
What's it at?
It's on the mic somewhere.
The heart.
Yeah, there's a heart somewhere on
Am
here.
I hearing you right, Johnny?
Yes, Bmoney, you are. I
He
guess
said
it's
hard
that
on.
one. Yes, a hard on. I mean, like mine. Mine's got a heart. Your voice wasn't being picked up.
Oh, shit.
Like it was come through lower than his and his.
Who's going to have a run like Cena?
oh,
He was
yeah.
the golden goose
Oh,
after,
yeah.
because you had
Yeah.
Austin and Rock right there, Hogan and all that in
Yep.
transitions. You can go all through that, but
Well, back to what I was.
yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Like back to what I was saying was like, I try to use wrestling as a platform to kind of do things, give back any way I could because I like doing that stuff a lot, interacting with the fans and
That's the whole
because
point.
those fans pay every week to come watch you. What's going to happen?
Exactly.
Invested.
Is Chucky Smooth going to get revenge on Al Steele? Is he going to whoop Al's ass this week?
Or is Al gonna turn on him again?
Oh man, people would hit me up. They're like, are you gonna kick Al's ass tonight? I wish you whooped the hell out of. Like he got so much heat every time he turned on me. Like I said, every time he turned on me, it was just how it was the first time.
That's right, because you were Kentucky's babyface. You were their hero.
The only place I ever healed really was up at Rogers show up from the Northern Wrestling Federation.
And you still got cheers even then.
What was the heel gimmick? Was it still Chucky Smooth?
Mr. Soul Train, Chucky Smooth. And I'd come out to James Brown, the payback.
And he tried his damnedest to make all those fans hate him, but he still got cheered no matter what.
Yeah.
Because he's the type that...
Damn, is that Larry?
Yeah, Larry D versus Chucky Smooth. This
is like the first time he lost all that weight.
This is from 2010. That's about 3 years before NWA closed its doors. But yeah...
Larry D is really good at... Shout out to Larry D. He's really good at switching quick from babyface to heel. Like,
Also,
he is, but like he's awesome either way.
Yeah.
But like he's a heel.
He's got that best hand in the house now.
Larry D's a heel.
Yes, he is.
He's a heel, you hate it.
Yeah, oh man, he's so good, dude.
Exactly.
And like he's wrestled on my own, man. Like, like you know, I was always the big baby face, but like if a big name come in, like they wouldn't work at me. They was working Larry. Because that was the guy that, you know, that's the guy that could work.
Yeah.
Work anybody.
Exactly.
And like, hell, he's worked Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Jerry Lawler, Jimmy Valiant, Tracy Smothers, Abyss, Chris Harris, Carl Anderson. Like, anybody and everybody come in, Larry worked.
And Carl Anderson used to hate being ribbed so badly by Bear and Donnie.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's big up there in WWE and NXT.
Oh, man. And now he's the guy doing all the ribbon.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, your son's here, Peanut. He said, hey, Dad.
He's out at the door.
I thought he showed up.
No, he's not here. He's on
the chat.
He's on the computer.
Fuck you, Mike.
He's learned how to be on the computer now.
Get a haircut.
Just don't get a haircut like Chucky Smooth's because they took way more off.
Chevy Chase Barbershop.
They took way too much off the top of his head.
Shameless plug. For
He said, dumbass. But back to my question from earlier. When did it all start? When did Chucky Smooth become Chuck E. Smooth?
That was a nickname that Dirty Chris Hayes gave me. And, like, it was real funny because he gave me that name. I worked security for a couple of years, and he gave me the name, and then I eventually came in and started wrestling, did a whole gimmick where I came in and started wrestling, and I think it was like 2004, 2005, but Chris gave me the name, and, like, I'm not going to mention any names or like, start any heat, because that's the last thing I want was start heat with anybody, because
You're a good guy.
I'm old, dog. I'm almost 50, but anyway.
That's true.
Somebody had said that I had stole the name and the gimmick of Chucky Smooth from a wrestler that wrestled in the Midwest, another Chucky Smooth. And, like, I caught a little bit of heat from that, and I always thought that was really funny, and I'm like, this is not something I come up with. This is the name I was given by the motherfucker that trained me. So shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
I better.
They deserve it, though.
Anyway, you know what I mean? And it, like, that, like, really chapped my ass for, like, a while. Long time. And when it was actually said, it was like during a benefit show for Donnie's son that had passed away. So it was kind of like the wrong time to ruffle those feathers.
Yeah.
And I was like, of all things to get on me about, me trying to steal somebody's gimmick. Like, come on, like, we may have the same name, but we were like nothing like, you know, this guy had hair and like he wore a boa and like he was more fit than I was. He looked better, you know. But I was nothing like him or tried to steal any. You know what I mean? And I always thought it was just so funny, man.
Yeah, because they were basically just picking.
But anyway, let's move on from that because I think it's so stupid and nitpicking and petty. But anyway.
And you became Kentucky's biggest babyface.
Yes, eventually, you know, starting out like, I was basically kind of thrown to the wolves, kind of had to learn on the fly, you know, when.
That's the best way to do it.
Well, yeah, it ended up being because, you know, I was thrown in to do a whole thing with, I was tagging with Donnie, and we were tagging against Dirty Chris and Justin Otto and Bunny Love, and we did that for about a month, and then like My first singles match was like Victor Bruiser.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, I walk in, that's Street Jubilee. And I'm like, all right, who I got? And I'm like, you got Vic. And I'm like, come on, man, you lying. You lying. Like, nah, man, you got Vic. And I'm like, the fuck, man? And you're on semi-main.
Oh God.
Just shut up and listen.
Look,
I mean, I had to, man. So I get in there with Vic, man, and it was just the easiest match, man. And like, people was, it's like, he made me look like $1,000,000.
Hell yeah.
And then it seemed like after that, man, just the people fell in love with me because they knew me. They seen my start. You know, I'm wrestling Victor Bruiser, and and he made, like I said, he made me look like $1,000,000, man.
That's
dude,
the best. You
there
got
was
to start out.
There was times, and this shows how great Chucky was at connecting with the kids. Dude, he would sign my arm. What days would MWA run? Like
Either Fridays or Saturdays, just depending if they were like spot shows or.
So say Saturday night.
Yeah.
Chucky signs my arm. I don't shower for a whole week or for a whole 3 or 4 days because I want to show everybody at school that Chucky Smooth has signed my arm.
My niece, your cousin, Alyssa,
Yeah.
I signed her little arm one night,
Mm-hmm.
and she fell asleep
Damn.
with her face.
Oh.
And Dale called me like the next day, and she had my autograph on the side of her face, but she fell asleep on my autograph. Good stuff.
Oh, Sarah Bloom just chimed in. She said, "Hey y'all, checking in from way up north in PA, showing you all appreciation from afar. Oh, look at this. Lee Chapman's here. Truth." He said, "The great Chucky Smooth."
My man.
That's right. Look at that. We all know it.
My man, Lee.
And Bob Green said, "Damn, I ain't seen Peanut in forever."
Did you say Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Hey, go Steelers.
Hell yeah.
Go Steelers.
And we also got a podcast that we work with. That's from the PA. The All About Wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
Our
Great
guy
state.
Bobby Rassels and
Great state
the
of
beautiful
Pennsylvania.
Mia Moore. But yeah, Peanut,
What up?
same question for you. Now that you started becoming a fan of wrestling, when did you first take notice of the MWA?
With my grandfather up in Georgetown on Saturdays or Sundays
Hell yeah.
in that old
Georgetown.
Georgetown flea market. That's what we called it. But the greens,
Steele.
seen Billy Travis maybe once or twice, but Dale Man, of course, and got to see a little bit of Fargo and Bam Bam. Didn't, but not a whole lot because I was young. But seen it then. There was a lady named Lisa Crockett, and maybe Bobby might know. I don't know, but she knew Miss Linda, and she wrestled up there, I guess for Mr. Man.
Yeah.
And I got to hold her little jacket and all that shit. I was scared, but I didn't want to go up there. Anyways, you're asking me about my time there. And I drove my car tonight, my Monte Carlo. That was my granny's that me and him would take up there to watch MWA.
Hell yeah.
And that's just seeing that and seeing Memphis and seeing just that one show of ICW. But I was too little to register. And then in Memphis, once a month at Rupp Arena, if we got to go, it was so dark. But at Georgetown, it was lit up and they were right there. You could just, I hate you or whatever. But, and the other thing is, Miss Linda gave me some pictures. Just old school ass Polaroids and shit like that. And I don't know what happened to them. And I regret that all the time because I guarantee you, Donnie and Bobby and all those guys and everybody, somebody's got, and I hate that. It sucks. But anyways, MWA is just Georgetown, going up there and watching it, and Dale Man coming out to TNT, and at that age I could remember more. But and then when Fargo and them got to go into Jubilee, shit, I got to see everybody, man. I got to see the Superstar Bill Dundee, and
Hell yeah.
Jerry Lawler, and Handsome Jimmy. Hell, when I was a kid, I thought Handsome Jimmy never lost a damn match. I thought he was undefeated, And then there he is, just doing his shit. And I got to
Yeah,
see that
yeah.
through the MWA, and so yeah.
And
that's-
my family actually was, I believe that was the NWA that my family was helping set the rings for Danny
nice.
Fargo.
Awesome.
Cause they remember him. They remember Jerry Lawler. They remember people that was wrestling around that time, and they were putting up rings for him. They even were at one point did a side thing where they were wrestling mud wrestling for him to help get more eyes onto the promotion.
Bobby Blade said no. Miss Linda passed in 2012.
Yeah, I know she passed. I was asking about Lisa Crockett, if he remember
Oh.
her wrestling.
Lisa Crockett, Bobby
Yeah.
Blade. And then
I knew Miss Linda passed, yeah.
Rooster's here. He said, "Peanut, damn, ain't heard that name in a long ass time."
The Rooster. Love the Rooster. Hey, he can get down.
Here comes the rooster.
Yeah.
Michael loves that damn song.
Bobby Green said, "Peanut, what was Dad and Uncle Donnie's biggest rivalry when you went?"
I honestly don't know, because seeing them at that time, I couldn't learn the names because we didn't go every Saturday, just to be brutally honest. But I can remember seeing them on there, and it could have been Bam Bam and Fargo. I don't know. I really don't. That was my whole thing, talking about the pictures, because
Yeah.
I know there was pictures of the Greens in there, and that stuff those guys could have had, and it just really sucks. But I can remember certain things about the MWA, but then once I turned 12, we quit going, and
Yeah.
we may win a couple more times after that when my cousin got older, and drive up there, and but just like I
Yep.
said, just seeing it was cool. But like I said, it was the cigarette smoke, the hot dogs. That's
Yeah.
wrestling.
That is.
That's wrestling.
That is the complete package if you go to a wrestling show.
Like Charlie said, fans invest, and they will come out week after week and see you kick that dude's ass.
That's right.
Get his comeuppance.
Wrestling is all
I
about
went to
story.
Larry's show
Right.
Friday night, and I ain't wrestled in 7 years. And I sat in the crowd, and these people are like, "It's Chucky fucking Smooth, man." I'm like, it's like,
awesome.
they still remembered me,
That's awesome.
And everybody come up to me, talk to me, said hi, and he missed me. And when you coming back? And I'm like,
You should have said tonight. Just watch.
yeah.
That's right, because Chucky Smooth
It
is
felt,
a name that still
and it felt
resonates.
kind of good, seeing everybody again, and
And the fact that they still recognize you,
oh yeah.
that's a big, big compliment right there.
Some people was happy to see me. Some I don't think were as much happy to see me, but that's a whole nother story.
There's always going to be a hater somewhere.
I'd have been
Uh,
with that crowd,
I
because
got
I never cheered for him.
I got one eye roll. I got one eye roll when I walked in. I'm not gonna mention no names. I got
Sarah
an eye
Bloom,
roll.
we are familiar with ECW.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have watched it before. The Marinos was big, Bobby Green said.
Who?
The Marinos.
The Marinos.
But yeah, MWA, watching it and seeing it, Chucky Smooth, who would you say was one of your favorite matches to ever have with?
Well, hold on. I'm making a two-part question. What is your favorite match you ever wrestled, and what is the best match you've ever wrestled?
Damn, no pressure.
I know, right?
How many matches you had? You only had 10 matches? You think that quick?
I know, right?
Damn.
I really liked the match with Ronnie Roberts. We just seen the match before this. It was a really good match. I forgot how good it was till we just seen it.
Did y'all know it was going to be the end?
Kind of didn't know. We was kind of like in limbo because, I was like, well, maybe somebody else is going
Yeah.
to take over, maybe. So, we knew it was going to close to the end for Dirty Chris because, he had told us. But I thought maybe, somebody else may keep it going and, never happened. So, but the match was, man, there's so many good ones, man. That one with Ronnie and, my favorite feud that I had was, my stint with the Northern Wrestling Federation where I did, but no, it's more than that, man. It was almost a year. I did a whole angle with Angel. I don't know if you're familiar with Angel. His name's Greg Harris,
If
which he's retired now too, man. Super guy inside, outside the ring, and we ran an angle. Me, him, Rob the Bomb Williams, which that was like toward the end of Rob's career. So I'm glad I got to be a part of that because Rob's a super great guy too and was like a great fucking wrestler, man. But I love that feud, man, with Angel, and I'll always treasure that. Man, I wrestled so many. John Noble was a good.
Hell yeah.
Eddie Browning.
We just watched that match too with Eddie
Yeah,
Browning.
yeah. Those are two guys that was. I had some super good stuff with.
I hear
man.
you're Western Tuffy.
What about
yeah,
thinking
Tuffy.
about what about hindsight 2020? You said you wrestled Victor Bruiser,
Yeah.
and now all those matches you've had, looking back at, you probably worked him again. How good? Thinking about how good he was,
Oh yeah.
that they knew he was going to protect you in there.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about
And,
how
like,
good he is.
Well, the thing with me and the thing with Vic is like we're both big guys, so you can only do so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna get out here and do hurricanranas and
Work the big man style.
Yeah, exactly, man. So, I mean, like you're really limited to everything stuff that you can do. But every time we worked, man, it was super good because it was super easy.
Right.
Because he didn't have to try to get heat. Like, you know, he's a blonde-haired black guy, man, and we're in Eastern Kentucky, dude. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, he's gonna get the heat.
That's
you
right.
know?
I got a question. So we've heard the same answer multiple times. I don't know if you were listening, but what was the stiffest move you ever took?
Oh man, stiffest move I ever took. I'll give you two answers. I'll give you the stiffest move and the stiffest wrestler. Bobby Blade's elbow off the apron.
That's what. That is what everybody is
oh,
saying.
stiffest
Everybody
dude.
has said that is the stiffest move.
Stiffest
I
wrestler.
took it, dude.
Bobby Blade
I
too.
I took it twice in my career, and after that second time, I told Bobby, I said, "I will move. Next time you call that, I'll roll." Excuse me, oh, dude.
Bobby said last week. He said, "Y'all wrong. My elbow's not that stiff."
Stiffest wrestler was probably Brian Beach, but he was stiff, but he was good. You know what I mean? He was stiffer than hell, but he was like really, really good. And he wanted you to be stiff with him. He's like, you know, don't throw no pussy punches. He said,
Exactly.
he said, I want to hit you.
Right.
Like he
Exactly.
told you. And like, dude, he was stiff. He was an awesome wrestler, dude. Hell of a wrestler.
Bobby Green said, "Al Steele church shot."
Oh God, dude. Yeah, those are him and Larry D's, man, were just the greatest.
But I got some.
But
shit right
He
here.
has to go comb his hair.
What would be your worst match ever?
Oh man,
That's what Rooster wants to know.
anything from 2004 to 2007, 8.
Basically, in between.
yeah. Until I got my ass in shape and.
Oh, Bunny Love said, "What about her slap to you?"
Which one?
Which one?
There was many.
There was many
There was
slaps,
many.
he said.
There was many.
But now
man.
that we're getting to the meat and gritty of it, do you miss the MWA?
Oh hell yeah, I miss it, man. I miss the people. I miss it all, man. I don't miss the Sunday mornings, waking up and like you can't get the hell out of bed.
Yeah.
But the people, the building, just like the memories, man. It's something I'll take to the grave.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
always be grateful to those people and everything. Because I don't have a lot of enemies in the wrestling community. I may have one or two, you know, just me. You know, I may have more than that. You know.
Yep.
But to my knowledge, I probably only have a couple enemies in the whole wrestling,
Yeah.
you know, family.
Because the wrestling family is supposed to be camaraderie.
Yeah.
And Bunny Love said, "The one that bruised your face.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Did it hurt like hell?"
Oh yeah. Of course it did.
She gave you the Stephanie Man slap.
Oh yeah.
Because they say Stephanie Man slaps hurt like a bitch.
She got this, man. She got the heat, man. And like, she was a trooper too, dude. Like, dude, we tar and feathered her one week, and we made her eat dog food the next week. And like she always done it, dude. Like she didn't always like, you know. See, she was a trooper, man.
That's
like,
right.
Fuck, dude, she done.
Because
she
that's
done it,
wrestling.
dude, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
In order to be a team player, you gotta
She
be
was
able to
always.
cooperate
That's
always.
definitely something I'll say about Bunny, man. She was always a team player, man.
You remember when we got those MWA shirts at the down at Jessamine County Fair? Was that 90? That was 98, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Because
Park,
Fargo
City
called the
Park.
next day.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
that little bastard loves you. And
MWA.
so, right after that was, I guess, what year did Bears start?
right around right after.
You know, it's crazy how that
I
happened.
took Bear to his first show.
Because we saw Fargo's show, got the MWA shirts, had the hotline, and then boom, it was like we was at the Jubilee,
Hell yeah.
and it was just people can say whatever they want about that building. I love that little building. It was fucking awesome.
It was like
It
it was
just
like
rocked.
it was like a family feel, man.
That's it. Yeah.
Hometown family feel.
Exactly.
Think about it. Like earlier, Jimmy Valiant, Superstar, and Jerry Lawler in that
Yeah.
building. You know.
Well, don't forget
Oh,
Abyss,
Hey.
Carl Anderson, all the younger
Yeah,
guys that
those
eventually,
guys-
Hey,
you know.
can you open up the door real quick?
Yeah.
Get locked
Oh,
up.
yeah, lock Bmoney out,
I didn't
man.
touch nothing. Shit.
He went out there to the
Comb
comb his hair.
It looks better. He jailed it too.
Seeing
look
Tracy
at that.
Smothers there.
You know why he did?
all that,
Because
man.
he found out that you had yours lopped off.
Yeah.
And he's like, now Chucky Smooth, look who's got the luscious hair. But yeah, that building in NWA.
That's the
history.
Street Jubilee, baby.
Exactly. That's history right there.
Get your law dog.
I wish that we could have the
Parker
NWA
Pop.
back.
Parker Pop.
Because the Mount Wrestling Association
Chili
was
buzzing.
the longest running Kentucky promotion. And now that's gone, we got UCW Ultimate Championship Wrestling that's running. That's a long promotion too. But I just wish that we had Mountain Wrestling Association running again. Because that has lots of history behind it, lots of stories.
Chadwick.
Yep. One of the greatest managers right there.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Johnny.
No, it's
I just
fine,
see
brother.
him, and you know, it's just
And the
Hey,
thing about like the
that's the
MWA,
point.
man, like during this era right here that we're watching, like there wasn't no shitty matches, man. Like every match, man, was good, man. Like everything was like so good.
And they kept the
Can I say
fans
something
paid.
as just a fan?
Yes, you can.
That's before the ones you were talking about that complained.
Yeah.
They're in the ring now, where I'm a wrestler. That's my opinion. I'm a wrestler. These matches here, they took pride in their craft and shit, you know. And again, respect to any guy in there, any girl today taking bumps. Respect, but
But don't be a pussy
Well,
that
it's
calls
just-
off the match when you spring that feet.
you know, well, stuff like that, of course, even with contracts. But just like you were saying, all the matches were good, top to bottom on the whole card, Charlie. Right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So
And if you're going to be inside the ring, don't be someone that wants it to be perfect because that's not wrestling. Wrestling is always going to be hard-nosed. Nothing's going to go right. Sometimes you might not even get the spot that you were thinking about because you're going to end up getting a clunky spot. But don't fucking matter because it's still wrestling. It's not ballet. We ain't art perfectionists. We're doing things that is professional wrestling.
And then like right here, like Chris, like we had our like 10 to 12 core guys, and then you had like 8 to 10 guys from the NWF that were coming in monthly.
Right.
Like I mean, you had the Thugs, T-Money, Nasty Russ, you had Virus, Stewie Backlund, you had Roger, you had God, so many of those guys, man. I feel bad if I'm leaving somebody out, man. It's like, oh man. Chiron, that's another one, man. God, he's a beast. And like all these guys would come down, man. Like we were having some good matches. This here was at the boxing place on Versailles Road.
Yep.
Oh, I think I was at this.
God, man, I look good right there.
Chucky Smooth inside the
Man.
ring.
Dude, that belt was.
I would have
badass.
sex with that guy.
you have.
I would, man. I look good there. I look like a brick shit house right there, man.
If
Give
you
me-
could clone yourself and that clone came out looking like that guy, you'd fuck that clone.
Oh man, I would right there.
Is that when you
man.
were getting those dickies sprayed?
Yeah, the Cosmic Colors.
Cosmic Colors.
That's a hell of a
You
gimmick
get them up there
too.
from Nick. Come in, my friend. I've got all the colors for you.
Hey, my
Come on
friend.
in, my friend. You're a big
Yeah.
wrestler, you.
And you're working a handicap match.
How is
too.
Jim? How is Jim doing?
Yeah.
You tell Jim I will pay rent.
Now look at this. You got ATM. You got
That is ATM, isn't it? Okay, I
Yep.
see him now.
ATM.
Ah,
with
man,
Chris
he had
Major.
just bless his heart. He had just started right here. God,
Yep.
he was green as can be right here.
Yep. I mean, those slaps could have been a little bit harder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, get
Hey,
that
I've been
match.
there, man.
Yep.
Wow, man, this was early in his career, man.
Way early, because this was around.
Refs done lost control of this match.
This was around 2011, November 13th. I mean, we're going down the flashbacks around here because
That's fucking Daryl
There-
Kelly,
there's
fucking
like-
Rev.
yep.
That's his son. That's why he's letting them do it. That's his son over there.
Dirty
Yep.
bastard.
I mean this is what it's all about though. When we bring on old school wrestling, we want to watch old school wrestling.
You know what's missing in wrestling today?
What's
and I'm
that?
sure everybody said it before. That fucking granny with that mamaw on the front row giving them wrestlers hell.
Yes,
With all her damn brats beside her.
that's
you know?
right. We need that.
You
back.
need Granny back in there. I don't know about
Exactly.
smoking. Give her a vape, but
Yeah,
I'll let her smoke.
Yeah,
that's
let her
fine. I
smoke.
don't
Give her a
care.
Lucky
We
Strike.
all survived off of it.
Man,
exactly.
cut the filter off that fucking Lucky Strike and let her fucking smoke it, man.
That's right, because that's what wrestling is missing. Now we got just front row fans that don't even give wrestlers hell.
Well, you got everybody today that are on
Yeah,
they're on their
and-
phone.
yeah.
Let me film this.
Yeah,
And I
and-
get that. You want to get your shit in. Just
Yep.
like, you know, going to a concert and things like that. And
But I want my fans to
Enjoy
be.
it.
I want my fans to be turned into the wrestler, not sitting there on the phone having to film. I want to see someone at least give him the heel hell when the heel does something, and the heel saying, "Sit your ass down before I get out here," and then doing a fake out slap towards him. You don't get that anymore.
Right.
Like you said with the we need a 700-pound granny that can't get out of the chair, false teeth, yelling, smoking a cigarette to the point where her teeth are falling out. You just don't get that
Bmoney,
anymore.
your brother is turning on you again. He said, Bmoney ain't shit. Last week, I mean the week before last, he was all for Bmoney. Now he's saying you ain't shit.
So here's the thing. I'm going to put a shut to this because I'm tired of him getting on here and running his fucking mouth. He knows where I'm at, and I know where he's at. And all you got to do, sign the contract, big boy. You and me, one-on-one. I promise you don't want none of this. You always knew I was the better one. I was 10 times better than you at anything we ever did. I dare you to come step face to face. I ain't seen this man for weeks, months, ever since he's called me out, talking shit, coming on the podcast. He's coming on my podcast talking shit. And I dare him to step foot inside my house, step foot, look at me in the eyes. I'm going to knock the teeth out of that man.
And now Chris Rose said,
How
"Well, I
about
ain't
it?
no granny, but I give the wrestlers shit."
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And Joyce Bruner said, "Danny Bruner Jr., stop talking about your brother."
That's what I'm talking about. Nana, he's always getting
Nana.
on here talking bad about
Nana,
me.
Nana, get him, Nana.
Get him.
Yep. Hey, we gotta get her in here one day. Oh, Danny Bruner,
God,
he's back.
you
He
can't get
said-
Joyce in here, dude. You can't get Joyce in here, man.
Hey,
All she'll do is talk about Al and the Parkers, dude. That's all
Getting
she'll
all
talk about,
booty.
dude. Yeah, Booty. Booty. You should say Booty. My favorite wrestler is Booty.
your brother said,
Shane Parker.
your brother said,
Booty. Al. Booty. She'll say Booty 3 times. Bless her heart, Joyce. I love you, honey.
your brother said, getting all worked up, scared behind the mic.
Hey, I'm not the one running from it. Sign the contract, big boy.
Bmoney,
Sign
calm
the
down.
contract.
I'll come kick both your asses, she said.
Nana,
Nana.
The reason you're saying this is because you know what would happen if me and Richie ever stood in the ring. What would happen if me and Richie is in the same facility?
She shows favoritism.
What happened? What? Catch me up. What did Lawrence do? Richie.
So man, he just comes on here and talks his shit like he's better than me. Like he talked about breaking my wrist, and he did that. We was just listen to this. We're just training right for wrestling, 4-time champ, and we're just rolling. And I plant my hand. He rolls over it, pops my wrist in three places. You know what I did 2 weeks later? After he sabotaged me, I got out there and wrestled. Was undefeated first tournament. You know what he did? He sat on his ass for 2 years after popping a rib out and breaking his kneecap. I didn't know that was possible. But apparently, you know,
That's a
injuries
shoot.
just fly around.
That's a straight shoot right there.
Yeah.
That's a shoot.
George said Chuck Booty is good.
Oh, we know, Joyce. You told us. You made that clear, honey.
He's still talking his shit. He said last time we went wrestled, you tapped out in the kitchen floor for a couple of months ago.
I don't remember that. See, I don't remember that. I might have had a little. I might have had some some Long Island iced teas or something. I don't know. I might have had some midget strippers or some blood up my nose, but I don't know.
Dude, midget strippers, dude.
Does he even have?
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
You
always
went off the rails.
dude.
We went from
That
MWA
was-
to midget strippers.
That's always a cool story,
Hey,
dude. A story.
That's what this podcast
I like it. I
is
dig
about.
it. Granny
Any
smoking
story
in the
with
crowd.
midget strippers is gonna be a
Hey,
good
Miss
story.
Joyce can make some bomb ass biscuits and gravy at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning when you leave the club back in the day.
That's right. And you know,
I'll wake her up.
Al's her favorite.
Joyce, we're starving.
Al's her favorite, dude. And
I
then
sound like Bear right there, but he'd be like, Joyce, we're
Bear's
starving.
Mike's-
Okay. And she go and cook
Bear,
it, throw it down.
Bear's Mike's favorite, and Al's Joyce's favorite. That's a fact.
Legend.
I already know. Yeah, I already know, dude.
oh,
Everybody, look, dude, you know how many times I got asked, are you Bear and Al's brother? Dude, I'm way sexier than them guys are, man. Got asked that all the time.
You just said you sleep
and
with yourself.
Al keeps on attacking you.
Dude,
And Daniel Larson said, "Look at Chucky Smooth."
Dizzle.
Now he said, "Look at Bear." That's actually Peanut.
He thought it was Bear.
That was Bear?
Bear grew a beard.
This ain't no bear.
George said, "Chuck, watch it."
I love you, Joyce Faye.
She told Bmoney to leave his brother alone.
Bmoney.
It's a good thing your Nana in bed. I'd come down there and bring redneck Nana with her.
I remember that time they had that boxing match. Remember they had that boxing match? Bear and Al had that boxing match. And Joyce the whole time was a nervous wreck, dude. She was like, Bear, get off him. Get off him, Bear. Leave him alone, Bear. Michael.
Uncle Al always told me a story. He said that like it wasn't supposed to be a shoot, but Dad goes out there and Uncle Al like drops, and then all Uncle Al hears is hoo hoo hoo, and then he fucking clocks him.
He claimed his authority, dude. He's like that cub, dude. Like he, that litter. He's like showing his supremacy, dude. Like, yeah,
Bobby Green said, "Dude."
yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it was all about back then, was making the people believe that it was truly unadulteratedly real. That's what wrestling is missing.
It is. Big
So
time.
what? So what if there's people that know kayfabe now? It's your job to make those people for a moment forget that they even knew about that. All you gotta do is make it look good, make it look real, bring back the thrills, bring back the fun, bring it all around so people can get back into it like they used to. Too many wrestlers want to do super kicks that don't even end the match. Too many wrestlers want to get their shit in instead of trying to work the match. Make the crowd invest to where they want to see you get your head kicked the fuck off or your mouth get punched in. But no, they just want to get their shit in.
I just want to know what's different from the DDT in 1985 and the DDT in 2024.
Exactly.
What's the difference in them?
It was devalued.
But one would kill you.
Yep. And then
And
this
it-
one now
and-
doesn't kill you at all.
Yeah, the ones, yeah.
And it,
Open
and
it
it,
spot.
yeah.
I mean,
I prefer
Off
the
the top rope.
Yeah. Open it spot.
Dude, the frog splash and the elbow are just normal moves now. They're
Yeah.
like the most basic move that everybody uses off the top.
I don't know if Bobby's still listening. Bobby,
Oh, he is.
when Undertaker kicked out of Shawn Michaels' super kick, that was it.
Yep.
I mean, there's false finishes and all that. I get all that, and I'm glad that him and Taker did that because They went back to back manias.
Because
And they can get away with that shit, you know.
Yeah.
But when he kicked out of that, you're like, shit. you know?
yeah, baby, because you thought that was it. Because the switch in music was protected. No one had ever kicked out of
It was
that.
a finish, you know. That was his
Yep.
signature move, and then he had the elbow like Mach and Bobby, and
And
it's just-
anytime they hit it, you believe that was going to end the match. And that was needed for that story, because that story was he wants to beat The Undertaker and take the streak. Undertaker's face sells the moment, because after he kicked out, Shawn Michaels is selling it like, oh my fucking God, he kicked out my move. And also when he kicked out a Tombstone Piledriver, and Undertaker's face is shocked because he couldn't believe that Shawn Michaels had
Right.
just kicked out of something that should have ended the match. That's what a finisher's supposed to do. But no, anymore finishers don't get protected. Except for Marty Clay's Dead Man's Curve. And maybe a few other people that get their finishes that are protected. But then the rest of them don't get protected at all. So why should you care about their finish? Because they're not even trying to make sure that their finish gets protected. If you're going to end a match, make sure that that move that's your finisher ends the match. Don't use that as transition moves, because DDTs have become shit. I prefer Jake the Snake Roberts DDT, because when he hit it, it would end the match,
It
because
meant
it was
something.
called the end.
yeah, it meant something back
Exactly. And Super Kick used to be.
then. But also in that time, to get on a little soapbox, high flying, like Mach was crazy on the top rope. Ricky the Dragon would do his thing. Bobby Eaton,
one of the best elbow droppers,
one
too.
of the best wrestlers.
Yep.
To me, top
Even,
five.
even Ric Flair would agree with that, because Ric Flair wanted to wrestle Bobby Eaton for his World Heavyweight Championship.
I think Bobby Eaton could blow Ric Flair up back in
He
1986.
could.
But
He really could.
it's
Joy-
ju- go ahead.
Joyce said, Bobby Green, if only you were half as good as the Steels. Oh.
Baby boys.
But you're right, Bobby Eaton
Oh,
was.
he's top five for me.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't care if he wasn't good on the mic. He had corny.
He was
all
great
that
at
shit.
wrestling.
Then he had Paul Lee. You
Yep.
know,
Paulie
Bobby
dangerously.
Eaton could go.
Damn straight he could. That's why Ric Flair chose him to be the guy that he wrestled for his World Heavyweight Championship that one time, because he saw what no one else saw about Bobby Eaton. Bobby Eaton may be an tag team guy, but the Bobby Eaton could have went as good as a singles guy.
Oh, he was television champion. And all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he could.
And he could have been the world
Yeah.
champion
Sure.
if they put that title on him. That was the one thing that you can say about Bobby Eaton.
Got your Kobe jersey on right there.
That's
Charlie.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Chucky Smooth doing his thing.
Oh, is that Bobby?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bobby Green. This was during their tag teaming.
This was in
Is
Paris.
this Murdoch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Murdoch's in there. This ring looks all right. It ain't got no ring skirt on it though.
Who's that in the corner?
I don't know who that is in that gimmick. That hood. I have no idea.
Let's see if it says their names. Murdoch and Smooth versus Warlock and Bobby.
Not for sure who it is.
Oh, if anybody wants to call in, Johnny's gonna leave the number in the comments. Y'all call in. and
Ah,
talk
Christy
to
Rose said, "I love you, Chuck,"
I love you, Crystal.
and Joyce loves Jake the Snake Roberts. That's right, because Jake the Snake Roberts will hit you with that DDT. It's called the end for a reason. By a fun fact, he created that move by accident. He's going for a suplex, trips, and brings the guy's head, plants it down to the mat. And when they ask, what does DDT stand for? He didn't hesitate. It stands for the end, which is what the DDT should be. But, of course, today's DDTs are not the end, because a match sometimes features at least 4 or 5 of them. And it just kills the move completely. Unless it's a Marty Clay Dead Man's Curve. At least his move finishes the match.
Who's that security guard right there, Charlie?
That's Daryl.
Daryl.
Yeah!
Daryl.
And Daryl's still doing
Oh,
security work.
did Nana get off here? That's the love of her life.
Damn.
Ah, Bobby Green said, I shot on him that night.
Damn.
But that's the thing about NWA. That's old school wrestling.
There's
had
there's
great wrestlers.
There's that piece of shit right there.
Yeah.
Yep. And look at this. It's old school wrestling that we're watching right. We're watching classic
It's me, Al, and Johnny.
NWA.
It's me, Al, and Johnny Bad
Yep.
against Roach, Murdoch, and then that guy in the hood again. I'm not sure who that is.
Roach.
Ah, he's called Warlock. I think the guy inside hood is.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on who that is.
Like it's Murdoch Strong and Warlock versus Bad and Steele. Which is funny because this is MWA from back then. For those that don't know what MWA is, it's Mountain Wrestling Association. Longest running Kentucky promotion before any of these other promotions
50
came to be.
years,
That's
50
right.
years.
It had Danny Fargo, it had Chris Hayes.
Dale Man.
That's right, Dale TNT Man. Bobby Blade. They were bookers for the company for a long time too. Jim Chadwick made sure that he was the greatest Kentucky manager to ever live.
Billy Joe Travis.
That's right.
Doug Vines.
So many great names.
Bam
He
Bam.
even had Macho Man, Jerry Lawler.
Yeah. You say
Bill
my
Dundee.
name, somebody call me out right there.
That's right. Let me put the number in, because if anyone wants to call, let me first hook up the Bluetooth though. Then I'm going to put the number inside the chat for you guys. Anyone wants to call in, they're going to be calling in because I'm about to cut it.
Chucky, you got any funny rib stories? Or maybe you ribbed a guy or you got ribbed? Or
I remember I was doing a show up at Roger's show at the NWF, and it was at like an indoor soccer facility for Roger. And it was, I'd already wrestled, and it was me, it was Rob the Bomb Williams, Angel, and Playboy Scott Hayes. Well, Playboy was out wrestling, and I had this fake pile of crap. It was rubber. It looked like a pile of shit. What it was. It was rubber. It was a gimmick. So I put it on top of Playboy's bag. So when his match is over, Playboy comes to the back. And he's like, he's just looking at it. And, he finally figures out, it's a gimmick or whatever. So Rob the Bomb takes it and puts it in front of the owner's office door, the building complex's owner. Puts the pile of crap in front of his door.
damn.
So, so during the show, we're just back there, and like the owner, he's making his rounds and stuff, and like he goes to his office and he sees that, and he just shakes his head and walks to his office, and Rob just looks at me, gets tears in his eyes. He's laughing so hard, man. And like even when I talk to him this day, we talk about that, man. It's a funny story, man.
And Dizzle remembers a night where a chair gave out and Daryl fell on the floor. And Daryl still works security too. Cause we've been seeing him around a couple times at different wrestling shows.
He's still
That we
working
been-
security?
Yeah. Him and this guy named Tommy. Tommy's still working too.
Donnie's cousin Tommy.
No.
Tommy. Yeah, the Tennessee
real?
hat.
That's
Not Tommy Green, but Crazy
No,
Tommy.
no, not Tommy.
that
No, not the Tennessee hat backwards.
whose cousin is he?
Dude,
You're a
I
fucking idiot.
I used to tell Donnie that was his cousin. Like when I very first started coming to wrestling, when I very, very first started coming
Crazy
to wrestling,
Tommy.
Crazy Tommy wore this Tennessee hat.
Yep.
And I
thought he was a green.
I thought he was a green for the longest. And I was like, thought Crazy Tommy was green. And every time he gets brought up, I'm like, Donnie, it's your cuz. He's like, man, fuck you.
And I've been fishing with that guy.
Oh,
Didn't even
man.
know that he'd worked security for wrestling.
Good guy, but man, he'll wear you out.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I've
yeah.
gotten to know him personally
Yeah.
over the years. But yeah, you get all kinds of good stories from the NWA days. You got past wrestlers that came through. You got Chucky Smooth here, Donnie Green, Barry Steele, Bobby Green, Al Steele, who liked to attack Chucky Smooth a lot, simply because
I tell you, I remember a fun show we did one night is me and Al double shot up. We worked in Mount Sterling, first match. We worked the match. We kept our wrestling gimmick on. We got in the car. We drove to Paris. And we wrestled Ricky Morton from the Rock and Roll Express and Rated X. At
Hell
the,
yeah.
Cynthiana City Hall building all in one night. That
Nice.
was pretty cool, yeah.
That is pretty damn cool.
That was, yeah. We double shot that night and done that.
He's doing it. Did he already do that show, or he's
Who,
coming?
Rated X?
No, Ricky Morton.
Uh,
I know he was in Kentucky.
And what was
seen
funny-
him.
I think they asked.
Is back then, I remember just like it was yesterday, like Kerry, his son, it's like, it's, you know, just up and coming. Like, he was like, had a little blonde mullet
Looking just like his dad.
running around in the back, dude, that night. And I remember him.
That's wild.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, that is wild.
Yeah. And I was like, that kid now, he's like,
Grown.
yeah,
Don't give a fuck, Chuck.
yeah.
That's
That's what he
right.
told me. Don't give a fuck, Chuck. I like that. I like that.
Hey, he was gonna be world champion.
Man.
They just want him to break up with Robert. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Hey, it's useless information, but I'm just
Yeah.
telling you.
But it's
If
true.
the story's true, because
Yeah.
they were selling out, and they wasn't on the same card as the Dream, and
Yeah.
nobody sells out except the Dream, baby. Hey, they were over. The Rock and Roll were over.
and
They
they
already
wanted
put the hey,
a
that little
breakup.
motherfucker, Ricky Morton, the way he sold, you heard people tell you all the time, but just the way he could sell, man, he had you believing.
I got Job
Yep.
right here by Chiron.
Good.
Oh,
I see somebody kick your ass.
That's not cool.
I
That's
think
y'all
it's
down to the
great.
biggest baby face.
Dude, he's a monster, dude. Look, you're Mr. Soul Train.
Mr. Soul Train healing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it didn't get enough boos. It got cheers. Peanut, I am the dream. That's what Bobby Green said.
I don't know about that, Big Biz. I don't know about you being the tween.
265 pounds of blue-eyed soul captivated a nation. I don't think that was you, baby.
There's Chiron.
Damn,
It's a
that's
big dude.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
Get out of the way, ref.
He's bigger than Chucky Smooth. Look at him.
He, back then, when I was wrestling back then, he was a bouncer at Toby Keith's bar there in downtown Cincinnati. And he would leave the wrestling shows and go to work with a security shirt on.
Hell yeah.
Just a big dude. Great guy, too, man. Super guy. But, man, God, look at him.
That's okay,
Huge.
Andy. He said, sorry, guys, that I'm not there. I'm working.
We miss you, Andy. I thought you were still on vacation, man. You seem like y'all take vacations like every week, every 2 weeks.
I know, right?
Vacation,
I
man.
know, man. Take me. Take me.
Yeah, take Chucky
No, I
Smooth.
can't. I can't say nothing. I'll be in Mexico next week.
Where's this at, Charlie?
This is
At the NWF.
Yeah, I think it's what was that at, man? I think that was Ludlow. And it used to be
Nice.
it was a brewery. Well, it was actually it was a place where like you trained for the circus. It was a wild place, dude. Like and like during the intermissions, like they would come out and like these trapeze artists would like do these tricks during the intermissions. And like they'd be on stilts and like doing trapeze and during intermissions.
That's where wrestling comes
like
from.
that.
The circus
But they
and
train.
shit.
Well,
Yep.
they train.
So-
That's what it used to be. But it's a brewery now. But it used to be a, like I said, they trained for circus there.
Hell yeah.
People don't realize that MMA comes from wrestling, actually, because it
Yep.
started in Japan as a
Yeah.
shido. And,
Yep.
yeah.
And that Bruce Lee created and was cultivating all the styles that we know into one style. And that birthed the MMA that we know now. Because he's the one that created the gloves that they wear now. But
MMA's a
back
work.
then they were big. Yes, it is.
Take it.
Dana White is,
I'll jump off the rails real quick, but money talks.
yes, bullshit walks.
What was it? I've heard a lot about Pride back in the day.
Hey, old son, it's a work. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right. Pride.
I can't wait for Shane Parker and Kicking Kelly and whoever else you're gonna have on here.
Yeah, we tried to have them last week, and the
Dude.
guy that booked it said,
Yeah, the guy that
"Dude, don't
booked
worry
it,
about it.
That's
I
what
got
y'all
it
was
all,
saying
I'll
earlier.
figure it out."
The booker.
And I'm supposed to be the booker of the show, and this guy books it, and then they're like, "Dude, I thought we were booked for August 17th."
But you know, you think
High
about
flyer
wrestling.
right here.
Uh-oh. Off to the middle rope.
High flyer, dude.
Kyron's like, you ain't hit
Come
me
on,
with
get
that
up.
shit.
And, damn it.
And he got hit.
Got that double axe handle in there. though.
Yep.
Stay down. Stay down.
Fun fact, the double axe handle also used to be a finisher
Yeah, he
at one point.
Macha hit you that off top rope to the floor.
Yep. And that was one of his signatures.
Grab you
before
by
he
your
said
hair
for
and
it.
jump over the top rope. Not even
Yep.
touch the ropes.
The hot spot. I mean the hot shot as they call it. Macho Man had several good moves.
You know, you think about wrestling back in the day, and how the shit looked. They beat the shit out of each other, and somebody would come along and was like, "Look, we gotta figure this out so we can go to the next town and
Yeah.
pull
Yep.
one over on these people."
Yep, because wrestling before it became the wrestling that we know used to be real wrestling. They were beating the shit out of each other
Right.
for real, and someone around the turn of the century realized, hold up,
But I don't know
Let
if
me
it was
use my
Gotch
brain.
and Hackensmith or not, but like the Tennessee Stud,
Yep.
Ron Fuller, his
Yep.
brother Robert Fuller, who Colonel Parker in the
Yep.
white suit with Ming and all that shit.
exactly.
Their grandfather. Look at you. Damn, are you doing Michael Jackson?
Soul Train style.
Soul Train, dog. Michael Jackson glove. What's his moonwalk?
The fans like, I don't hate
Look.
you.
Damn.
Look at Kyle, he's
That's
like,
good stuff
nope,
right here.
screw this guy.
Oh, good stuff.
Soul Train is not too happy now. He's like, oh shit. Spine Buster. That didn't feel good.
Get up.
This guy is a behemoth.
Time to go home.
He makes Chucky Smooth look
Time
small.
to get the light bulb count.
Oh,
Time to get
Oh,
the
here
light
it
bulb
comes.
count, Raj. I'm gonna tell you Minnie's out.
World's Strongest Slam.
Got 4 bulbs out.
He took you out.
4
He's
bulbs.
like, don't you be trying that shit on me no more.
Give us to the maintenance team. Got 4 bulbs.
Y'all were talking about Bobby earlier, Bobby Blade,
Yep.
and me and my son went to some place where he could sell a computer and shit, and Bobby was in there, and I bet you I kept him in there another 30 extra minutes just talking wrestling.
Hell yeah, because
He,
Well,
hey,
you-
he knows it all. Is that Hollywood right there?
Yeah.
Oh, where was this building at? Because I remember this. I-
Midway. It was a right. Have you ever been to Midway?
Yeah.
It's like it's like an old city with like a railroad track goes down the middle of it.
Yeah.
Where it's like a little old theater.
It's like the
they're on YouTube, Bobby
ECW
Green.
Arena up there.
Yeah.
Hammerstein Ball.
What was it? There was. I remember the first time I went up there. So I was telling Johnny a story earlier.
Yeah.
So I was scared to death of the Zodiac. Or not? Was it? The Mauler.
Yeah, the
I was
Mauler.
Scared to death of the Mauler. And I go, Dad, what do I do? Like if he comes out, you're not there. He's like, well, shit, I don't know. Dude, first thing he does, he comes, walks right up to me and fucking pump fakes me, dude. I was like, that's fucked up.
And it turned out to be his dad the whole time.
You know what else is the messed up part? Is my brother knew. My brother knew Dad was the Mauler. That tells you how awful a guy he is.
SOB.
That's true.
That is SOB.
He knew the entire time. He let you feel that fear of the Mauler trying to kidnap you. They ended up being your dad the whole time. Your dad gave you the biggest nightmares.
Yeah.
That's a little history for you, because Barry Steele had more than just Barry Steele. He also was the Mauler.
Oh,
Barry Steele is a famed wrestler here in Kentucky with his brother Al, who Chucky says, fuck Al.
Fuck Al.
That's right. Because Al would turn on Chucky Smooth more times than Butter.
So are you and Firehouse Richie Steele gonna have a match?
I don't know. He's,
Firehouse
Maybe.
Richie Steele.
He's ducking them right now. He's like, I'm
Firehouse
worried.
Firehouse Richie
He
Steele.
gonna come out to that song Firehouse Fire.
I'm a fireman.
What about
That's
crime and
my
punishment,
name.
Bobby
I
Green
want to
said?
know what y'all's predictions would be.
I didn't know y'all
Oh,
were gonna
dude,
wrestle.
you'd make him tap, dude.
Right there, Chucky Smooth.
You know, if I could bet that on DraftKings, like I'd parlay that with something. Definitely,
Yeah.
I'd parlay it. Yeah, 20
That's
to
right.
win, 25 to win.
I
I'd
mean, this
parlay
man
it.
is a four-time state champion.
I'd probably parlay it with the Ellie Deli Cruz hits, along with Bmoney with a tap out win over Firehouse Richie Steele.
Anybody want to call in? The number is 859-684-9535.
Call it. Call it. I dare you. I dare you.
That's right. Because if you want to ask Chucky Smooth and Peanut some questions,
Shit, don't
The
ask
floor
me
is
no
open.
questions. Charlie's the wrestler. I'm just a.
Bobby said,
I'm a
"What
mark."
about crime and punishment?" And then he said,
he got money on
and
you.
then he said he got money on 4-time. That's what I'm talking
Four
about. Bobby.
time.
Hey, man, it's.
Because the other brother's all talky. He runs after he says things to you. 'Cause I ain't see him.
Yeah, where's he at?
Say anything
He
since
ain't
you
in
were
chat
by.
no more.
I won't forget that he popped in when Bmoney was healing out. Popped in to say, "Why don't you tell people about that wrist?"
Man,
Dirty.
Exactly.
He's the one who has created this monster. Listen to some of the shit he done to me as a kid. There was one time he would
You ever touch your drum set?
no, but I would fuck him up.
Better not put his nuts on his drum set.
But there was a time.
We're not putting them red pubic hairs on my drum set. Son of a bitch. Yeah.
It's fucked up. My bad.
So I was much smaller than him. And when he would play football with me, I hated football. And he would take my feet and put them in my underwear and where my ass was out in the middle of the yard.
Couldn't get
so
up.
One time he takes my shorts and my underwear off, runs in the house, locks the door. Mom's not home. She don't get home for another couple hours. So I'm just naked running around the house. And then what was it? He hit me with a chainsaw. So I think if we ever step in the ring, there's
You ain't little no more.
no.
You got some animosity.
You ain't little no more.
No,
No.
He ain't walking no more.
No, you ain't little no more, man.
it wasn't 4-time. That was Brandon Bruner. That's not 4-time.
Yeah, that's a whole
That's
different
right.
person.
4 times gonna break his brother's shoulders.
Whole different person. Dude.
They gonna remind
When's
him.
this going down?
I don't know yet.
He don't
But-
want the smoke.
Yeah.
It's
I'll tell
because his
you.
brother's
Are you
ducking him.
booked?
Huh?
Are you booked?
Oh shit, I've been booked.
He's always booked.
I'm booked.
I can't wait to see it. I didn't know there was animosity like that with you and
Yeah.
your brother.
There is, man. It's I didn't know it neither till
It's
tonight,
building
man.
too.
That's what I'm.
Because his brother keeps on coming in, throwing shots and then running off.
Yeah, it's
So his B-Money replies.
it's to the point where it's like, so Peanut's son is my best friend. He would be, if I ever got married, the best man, and Richie won't even get an invite.
Damn,
I don't
man.
blame you.
Y'all might as well have a
blame you.
loser leave town match.
Yeah.
I don't
Loser
blame
leave
you.
the family. How about that?
There you go. Loser leaves town.
I'm trying to talk him into a dog call, man.
We got calling in here.
That's like, man.
Hello? Who is this?
Who is this?
Ah,
250 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, sex appeal.
Bobby Green.
that's right. Can you hear him, Peanut?
Yeah, I can hear. This is the dream.
That's right.
Hold on, I gotta turn this camera off. To the deck on. Alright, y'all got me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
got you.
We hear you.
Where in the hell you been hiding that peanut?
You been hiding that peanut? Been locked up for the last 10 years, man. Prison.
Shut up, where at? Never mind, we won't get into that on here.
Attica, man.
But damn, I ain't seen your ass in ever. Hell, I was even Bunny didn't even remember you. I said, yeah, he didn't have a beard.
No, no beard. That's when I look like Slim Shady.
Yeah, that's it.
You've been in a cave.
Man, I just be getting old, man. Just
But
like
you're going to
you.
have to text me your number, because like I said, me and Donnie and Uncle Tommy, Dad can't make it, but we're all going to be up there next week.
What's he
I'd like to
doing?
catch up, because I know you're still in Eastland.
What?
Yeah.
What? You mean he couldn't make time out of his busy schedule?
Chuck, dude, he gets up at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on a shoot job. There's no way the old man can make it.
I would have liked to have seen him though. It'd have been good.
And he's been wanting to do it, but now they got him on that crazy ass schedule. He's like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And dude, that's what I was telling him. Dad and Uncle Tommy's got so many more stories than
I
any
can't
of us.
imagine the stories they
Oh
got.
yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, hell, they was ICW and everything. Dude, I still listen to Dad's story today, and I've heard him for 43 years.
Never gets over hearing that stuff, man. Different times.
About when him and Uncle Donnie got in the shoot with Macho Man and stuff like that.
Oh, there's another
Low.
question versus Bobby, I got two questions for you. So one,
Oh,
why does every time somebody gets on here they bring up the Red Lobster story? Every time Dad or Donnie or something.
well, you need to ask Chucky Smooth that, because he was in on it too. Dude, it's not.
No, I was not.
I
brother.
was heartbroken.
I swear, I had nothing to do with that. I knew about it.
Chucky, yes, you
I knew
did.
about it. I knew about it, but I had nothing to do with that. That was even a little bit too clever for mine. I don't think I could even have thought that up.
Dude, I'm telling you, yeah, they got me on that. And I couldn't get. How do you stop that?
This is
Little Bear, do you know about the Red Lobster legit? Dude, I was ready to move Lexington and marry her.
You was gonna marry her?
Hey, dude, she said I didn't have to work. I just had to rap. So I was like, all right, I'm on.
What?
Say less.
What?
Say less.
What pictures were they using? Like, how hot was the chick that you was supposedly talking?
She was all right. I mean,
She was alright.
dude, I sent my share of pictures to your uncle because he was the one doing it.
He got catfished before the show even come out.
Yes.
This was before the show even come out. Catfish.
And it was all over that damn flag. That's why I ain't packed the Tennessee flag since. I'm a Georgia fan now. Hell with it.
Georgia?
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't even cheer for
They
Kentucky.
go,
Went to
dog.
Georgia?
All your sins will be forgiven. No, dude, I ain't fooling with Tennessee no more.
You couldn't cheer
Ronnie's
for
still a
Kentucky.
Tennessee fan.
You couldn't
He's about
cheer
it.
Kentucky over Georgia.
Why? When did they beat Georgia?
Who, Kentucky?
Yes.
Well, hell, they beat them a few years ago. Maybe not since you started cheering for them.
Well, no, since Kirby Smart's been there, they don't even get, they play their cheerleaders in second string when they play. Kentucky, I'm not saying I still root for Kentucky. I still root for Tennessee, but Georgia's my number one. And Donnie gives me hell about it all the time. I was like, dude, I don't root for losers.
This here was a good match too. The Byron Bones at WCCW.
You gotta cheer for your team when they suck too. Bobby.
I like this venue.
No, I don't. No, I roll them out. Dude, I've been married 3 times, little bear. Hey, I roll them out. If you start losing, you gotta go.
Scott Storm put a lot of money in that building, man.
Oh, Scott
there he
Storm,
is again.
a.k.a. Anthony Presley.
He put a
He
lot
got
of
his hair
money
all
in it.
spiked up there.
He put a lot. Yeah. Look, it's the only time Jim ever managed me, and he turned on me. This match.
Smart man. Smart man.
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure that Jim was like, this guy don't know what I'm about to do to him. This is going to be so good.
Yeah.
No, that's when I had Jim up there. Dude, I was the one, you're talking about Lawrenceburg, Chuck.
Yeah.
That's when I was booking, and he was like, dude, he's like, book me, Bobby. I was like, hell yeah, come on. And he's like, just let me set up a gimmick table. You don't have to pay me. I was like, all right, straight.
Damn.
And I brought him in as commission, and he was baby. I was like, dude, this don't work with Jim Chapman. And so I had him, when me and Donnie was running that feud, I had him turn where he can manage me, because I was always terrible in baby face.
Did I ever tell you about the story about the woman that wouldn't labor? Did I tell that story last time I was here? I was working the main event one night at WCCW, me and Larry D. And we go to lock up to start the match, and this woman on the front row goes into labor.
What the?
Shut up, I don't remember that.
Yeah. So the woman's going into labor, so Larry D grabs the mic and says, we're not gonna wrestle this match until we get this lady some medical attention. So we're in the ring, like, so we got to sit in this ring for 30 minutes, wait on the ambulance to get here. Go get there. So we're just sitting in the
I
ring.
think that was the week I took off and I went to Winchester.
Mayhead.
And,
But,
because I don't remember it, Doug.
but, so,
Dude, the design on the belt.
so the ambulance people, so the paramedics come in, and they put the woman on the stretcher, right? And it's like they got it, it's so she can sit up. So they're wheeling her out, and Larry D gets back on the microphone and goes, "Now that we got this whore out of the damn building, I can finally get on with my damn wrestling match." Dude, she flipped him off like, "You son of a..." She's in labor. "You son of a bitch!" on the gurney. Dude, it was
Greatest
crazy.
heel moment.
The classic, dude. And you can't make that story up, dude.
That's a good save.
No, dude. Oh, he did, dude.
That's some top.
And like I said, you thought at first he was gonna be this nice guy. Like, we're gonna get her some medical attention, and they're rolling her out. Now that we got this whore out
It's
here,
all part of the plan.
they can't keep her legs closed or something like that. Oh, dude. It was good, dude.
No, that's what you call
Dude, that was back when the fans like legit hated everybody, and they loved the baby faces.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's why I said it's not that you don't have any more rivals like you did back in the day.
Like this whole match here I did with Byron Bones, man. We feuded for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, because I remember. I think you got the belt off Byron Bones, didn't you?
I did, and he got it back. We went back and forth for about a year.
Yeah, because I think y'all ran a pretty good angle up there for a while.
He was a good dude, man. I liked him, man.
Yes, dude, he was awesome.
He was.
And he did. Anything I asked him to do, he'd do it.
Great guy.
Hey,
man.
Bobby, when you were young watching your dad and your uncle and all them, who scared you? Like, maybe not.
What heel?
I'll tell you flat out, but you can't say his old gimmick. It was Crazy Bobby Fulton.
Really?
And he went on to be big time. Dad ran into him was it a few years back, and he called him Crazy Bobby Fulton. He said, "No," he said, "Dude, I got away from that gimmick." Dude, Crazy Bobby Fulton used to come out foaming at the mouth, throwing chairs. I was scared to death of him.
So that's the Bobby Fulton before the one that joined
Yes.
the Fantastics. I can't remember his name.
Yes, that was the exact same Bobby Fulton. He used to do a crazy gimmick, and dude, he done it to a T. Even when I could go back there, me and Donnie would go back there in the dressing room, I wouldn't even fool with him. I'd be like, "No, I'm good." And of course, Dad and them loved it.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, go over and sit by him." "No, I'm good."
Yeah, no shit. He's foaming
And-
at the mouth, Dad.
And the thing I liked about going up here to WCCW is, like, you got to do what you wanted, man. Like, there wasn't no politicking. Like, pretty much had the freedom to do whatever you wanted to, man. And, like, they were all good matches, man. Like I said,
Well, that's what Chris always told us. I didn't really start learning psychology, like Donnie said, until we started working for him. Your one hoe is just as important as your main event. It sets the tone.
oh, yeah, for sure.
And that's the way I booked that Lawrenceburg show. Dude, I had Shane Parker up there.
Double.
Dude, we had good shows up there.
He's on fire, right? Look at him.
There's your boy.
Oh, look,
Yeah,
it's Tommy.
Tommy.
It's Tommy as well.
I'll let him go, Mom. She's trying to wrestle him back down. That kid's
Yeah.
on fire.
Look at him.
Okay, get that son of a bitch, Chucky. That's what it's about right there, man.
You know,
Look
Chucky.
at him. He's still jumping up and down.
Tommy does that exact same pose no matter what.
Oh,
even
sure.
now.
I believe it.
And Chuck, you can, everybody talks bad about it, but dude, what about Ice Train? Ice Train was good. Granted, we had our trouble with him, you know how it is, ain't? But Ice Train was a good worker.
If you could keep him clean, man. Like, if he was clean,
Yeah,
he was a
dude,
good
exactly.
worker.
That was all it was. But dude, he put a lot of work in his gimmick.
And it just too many drugs over a course of time, I think, rotted his brain. But yeah, he was good though. He was good though for a stint.
He was. Dude, the people loved him up there.
These little fuckers over here stuck in
Because when me and Bear done that angle with him and Justin, dude, it was intense.
Nobody home. Get this son.
Got it. Belly, nice belly.
Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it?
It was crisp.
Come on, ref. What we doing?
That ring was nice too, man. I like that ring.
Oh, Santa had one of the best rings in the business.
Well, it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean it bumped great.
That building's awesome. I love that building. Like, it had a high ceiling, nice ring.
Bobby,
And we took some crazy stuff in there. You remember that night I was working that little young kid that I took the belt off of, and I done that hurt to run off the top of the cage.
Yeah.
And dude, it was like I was like, dude, you all right? Dude, I'm straight. It was such a great bumping ring. I loved that ring. That was that Bon Eric kid I had up there. Dude, he was good. I wish he would have stayed with it. He would have made it.
Yeah. I think we did a casket match. I think the week after this. They had like a casket. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the night Uncle Tommy and them was all up there during the casket match.
I think it was like...
I remember that night, and dude, it was awesome. Dude, we always drew good up there.
The wall in this video here, it's pretty packed.
I'm gonna have to look up some more of that stuff because, like I said, dude, we had good shows up there.
Sure
And
did.
Shane Parker would come in for me every now and then. Larry D would come in for me. We had
Yeah.
who else did we have? I had Tuffy come in there a few times for me.
Oh, you're inside the road.
And dude, ain't nobody can outwork Tuffy. I'll give that. Tuffy and Shane Parker outworked all of them.
They can go for sure. Just watched you and Tuffy, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep, we just did.
Yeah, I think it was the only match we ever had. Because usually we were always both always baby fans.
Right.
But he did like
Dude.
he did like a little heel run
Yeah,
there.
it was good though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was something different, man.
Yeah.
Loving your
Bobby,
punches.
And then,
Bobby, did your dad and uncle? I know this is random. Did they work for Jerry Jarrett anytime? He ever booked them?
yes, they worked for them. Dad remembers when Jeff Jarrett was just a little 18-year-old punk kid in the dressing room, and Dad talks about it all the time. That's all he could do is sit in front of the mirror and comb his hair.
That's like '86 right there. That's crazy. Damn.
Dude, yeah, Dad worked for Dad and Uncle Donnie worked for the Jarrett.
Awesome.
Oh.
But that was back when it was all territory. You had
Yeah.
ICW up here in Lexington.
Yep.
Then you had Memphis with Lawler, Dundee, and I
Yeah,
can't remember where the Jarrett's ran.
Nick Goulas was below them down there in Nashville, but Jarrett was running.
Yeah, now Dad
He
didn't
may
work
already
for
bought
them
out by then,
also.
though. What's that?
Dad and them worked for all of the. Dude, I'm telling you, when I was a kid, I didn't go to my first demolition derby until I was 25, married. Because every weekend we was in the wrestling show with Dad and them,
Right.
and that's just what we done. I remember we was up there in Hazard, Kentucky, y'all, and Uncle Donnie and Dad had them so mad. Me and Donnie was like kids that we had to climb out the damn high school window down the sheet. Uncle Donnie went down first, and then Dad shot us down. And the police told us, "Do not stop. Do not even stop and get gas.
That's that heat.
Get out of here." Dude, they was that hot at the old man.
That's that old school classic heat.
I bet they were laughing once they got y'all safe and out of there, though.
I can't believe.
Oh
Donnie
yeah, that's all. That's all. What was
I'm
it? The
surprised.
joke to them,
On a
dude,
beach
me and
somewhere.
Donnie was
Yeah,
scared.
he is. He
Hell
probably
yeah,
is.
I would be too.
I mean, I would be too if I had a beautiful wife.
Oh. Well,
Talking about Donnie, I'm surprised Donnie didn't call him tonight. He's at the beach.
the champ. Oh, he's working on his.
Yeah, he's down there in Florida.
Hell
He ain't
yeah.
fooling with nobody tonight.
He's there chilling with the
I
Hulkster.
didn't know you all was going to be on tonight because Donnie said that he gave
We didn't
Shane
either.
the wrong.
We didn't either.
I was like, this is just a cover up because Bear's the one that messed up and gave Shane and him the wrong date.
Oh, well,
Yep.
he gave me a date too, and he just never called me back.
Barry told us that it's all good. And I'm like, Bmoney trying to confirm with him. Better wait until now to send the
My
booking
bad, dude. I've been busy.
Oh, yeah, 'cause I called him the other night. I was like, dude, been sending them on, dude. I messed up. I was like, all right.
He sounded all confident the day that he called me to talk about what he booked, and then that day I was like, "So where's Shane and King Kerry Charles?" Then Bmoney's like, "Dude, sorry, they thought they were booked for August 17th."
Because I was wanting to listen to him tonight about it.
Yeah, we were looking forward to it.
So you have the greens next week?
Yep, the Greens next week.
Yeah, we're going to
got-
be up there next
Yes.
week.
Are you
We got
sure? Did you call
Bob.
Bear? Just make sure.
Yeah, we need to make sure because
Yeah,
Bear,
I'm okay to do Bear the Booker.
So are they the last of the MWA?
No. August is the month.
That's right.
Yep, August is the next version of MWA.
And then it's going to be me and Donnie, and then Uncle Tommy and Sammy's going to be there.
Be good.
It is. And then we got more MWA in
Y'all talk to
August.
X?
Ready X?
Dude,
Oh,
back
we had
in the
him on
day,
here before.
just about for
I've heard him on
You all had X on here one night, didn't
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
We did.
I think he's booked another time. For
Hell yeah.
I could
With
be
who?
Wrong, could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'd have to ask Dad.
Hi, Mom.
you? Dude, now that was like when I first started watching independent wrestling. Now that was my favorite.
Right.
Ready
Yeah.
X.
Rated X, man, was my favorite.
And fun fact, Ready X wasn't
And then,
his
like-
gimmick until he took the name.
Well, actually, and then like after I started wrestling, like I got a lot of comparisons. Like people like compare me to Rated X.
Good comparison.
You know,
That is a good
I'll take that as a
comparison.
compliment. Yeah, for sure. But like, dude, I worked shows for X, worked against X. You know, he's gay always, man, but super nice. Complimented me, man. It's I love me some. I love Jimmy Walls.
That's right. Jimmy Walls, great.
Rated X is cool, you know, and then I'm married, but like
Oh,
Jimmy
Shane
Walls,
O-
man,
Shane
is a great
O'Mac
person.
calls out
look at
Chuck.
this. It's Nate Hewitt.
No, man, this is my buddy Shane, one of his kids. Shot on me.
I gotta see that.
That's
Dude, I got a story. What about Bunny's dad? He still talks about the heat Brady's ex got on him one night. It was when Bunny Love, before she even got started training, they was in the crowd up there in Georgetown. And Brady's ex looked at Bunny and said, I called her a trailer park trash and all that. And, dude, he gets heated. I was like, dude, that's what he wanted. He said, well, if security wasn't there, I'd have got a hold of that. I said, that's what he wanted. You fed right into it. And he still talks about it, dude. And this has been 20-some years ago. He still don't like Brady's ex because I told him one time we was having a get-together over at our dad's house. I was like, well, Brady's ex is going to come up here. I was like, he wants to eat dinner and meet you. Dude, he got heated. I was like, dude, Brady's ex ain't that bad
You
of
know
a guy.
him,
He
don't you?
does the change
Yeah.
the
Did his
last
job.
one.
Yeah,
Stuck with
yeah.
it.
Hewitt.
They never forgave him for it.
But what's crazy is this match is like the week before, he broke his nose and he had like one of those Kobe Bryant mask
Yep.
on. Dude, like he goes to backdrop me, dude, and I kick him up. Dude, I kicked him square in his nose, dude. I felt so
Oh,
bad.
man.
Oh man, I felt so
And
right in it, dude. I was
just
like,
think about this. Now he wears a mask.
yeah,
That got him prepared to be the mask.
yeah. But man, in all honesty, it's nothing against him. I like this gimmick here better than the one he's doing.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that what he's doing now is bad, but like, I like this
cool,
one
but
better.
It's kind of like a super fan.
Yeah,
gimmick, like you
yeah,
know what I mean.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It'd be like if you came out as Hulk Hogan.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
It'd be weird to see Chucky Smooth become Chuckamania.
I got the hair for it.
That's true.
Hey,
Dude.
did y'all see on Facebook that Donnie was down there in Tampa and he went to Hulk Hogan's little hangout
oh yeah.
and he ran into Jimmy Hart. Well, Jimmy Hart got him back there because I guess they done a show in Cynthiana and Chance got to meet Hogan. I was like, dude, I'd have been on fire.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, he got to like actually go in there and hang out with Hogan. Donnie and Hogan hung out and like killed in the bar and stuff like that, dude, I'd have been on fire. That's one that I've never met. I'd love to. Because everybody ate their vitamins and prayed back in the day.
Hell, I'd like to see Jimmy Hart.
I want,
Yes,
hold
the
on.
map of the
Going
South.
back to
What?
Hogan, I want to know what y'all three, or what everybody in this room, 'cause I wasn't alive at the time. I wouldn't even thought. But when he
Chuck,
got that
I remember
leg
he-
on Macho Man.
Well, what?
Chuck, you remember when we had Jimmy Hart down there at the Tattersall building? We was working for SCW,
Oh yeah.
and they brought Jimmy Hart in, and they was like, we ain't got nobody to do a promo with him. And Dad was like, bullshit, I got Jim Chadwick. He's like, no, he's like, dude, this is a different level. He's like, book it, let's go. Dude, Jimmy Hart got out there on a promo with Jim Chadwick and dropped the mic. He's like, dude, I ain't got no comeback.
Damn.
Jim Chadwick was that good. He shut Jimmy Hart up.
I ain't got nothing, baby.
That was when we done that 6-man with me and Donnie and Bear and Al and Tuffy and Shane Parker up there in Lexington at the Tattersall building, and Jimmy Hart didn't have no comeback.
Yep.
Crazy.
I look good there too, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Chadwick was the best.
So what'd you say about Hogan?
Oh, I want to know what y'all thought about when Hogan dropped a leg on Macho.
Are you talking about Bash the Beach 97?
Oh,
Yes.
the NWO turn.
So you're sitting there as a kid, got the TV tuned in. What's going through the brain once he drops that leg?
Just in our own, brother.
Because
I thought it was good. I thought that was the biggest turn nobody expected.
And it was great too because you'd seen Hulk Hogan as the red and yellow babyface, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, cookie cutting babyface, and then here he comes, drops the leg on the Macho Man twice.
Jimmy Walls is watching.
Hell
My
yeah,
man.
but Jimmy Walls, you the man, brother.
For me,
All right,
go ahead, Bobby.
All right, brothers, I'm going to let somebody else call in. I'm going to hop off here.
Hey, you be
Sounds
good,
good,
brother.
brother.
Good hearing from you, Bobby.
All right, I'll holler at y'all. Y'all keep in touch.
Take care,
All right,
buddy.
buddy. Later, man.
See you next week.
Later, bro.
I
See you next
remember
week.
We were watching it because we was watching them every Sunday, just like Al and Barry and everybody else. And
That's
the
right.
thing that got me is Bobby Heenan was like, "But who is he with?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
He's like,
I
whose
was
side is
like-
he on?
Of course, he's with WCW.
And I was
Why would I
instantly
think others?
I was like, damn, you know. But then he come out there and you just, once he shoved me, it's just Mach. The thing about Mach is he's win him in the ring, lose him in the ring. That's what they said. He always said, you know. But I was shocked that he did it. You know, at that time, shit, I'm 19. You know, I
Hit
don't know the
pause.
ins and outs. My bad, Charlie.
Hold on. I'll tell you when. Hold on. Okay, hit pause. Stop. I'm gonna tell you a story about this match. I didn't even know it was on YouTube. Story about this match.
Hit us.
I didn't even know it was on the internet. First ever time working at Bone Crushers. Roger Ruffin's NWF at his academy, his school.
Yeah.
First time I'd ever worked there. I'd done like spot shows for him, but I never worked. It's like right downtown Cincinnati, the old Bone
That's
Crushers.
where they train and all that.
The old Bone Crushers. So I'm working Anthony Bryant, dude. And when you come out, the lights are off. It has spotlights and like smoke and like, and I was healing. And I come to the ring, and like I said, the lights are off. So I go up to the second rope to get a pop, and there's low ductwork over the ring. I didn't see it, and there's a bolt. There's a brace and a bolt sticking out about that
shit.
far. So when I go up to the second rope, I run my head. I don't know if you can see it on this, but I start bleeding everywhere. Yeah, like I'm full of blood, like I'm busted open. So Anthony Bryant comes to the ring, dude. You know, he's a big baby face, comes to the ring, gets in, and he looks at me, he's like, what the fuck happened, dude? I'm like, I'm already busted, like, come on. It was crazy. But go ahead and hit play.
Hello, Jimmy Walls.
I gotta see this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the same match.
Jimmy Walls, do you have any Chucky Smooth stories?
That's right, do ya? Rated X.
Yeah, you see that? You see that ductwork?
Yep. That low hanging.
Yeah, you can't tell right there yet, but I'm cut open.
That's true. You cut open.
That's crazy. I didn't know this match was even.
Look at the
Yep.
So from
10 years ago, it was uploaded.
from the lockup, look at the aggression with both, like both people's aggressions. Like,
That's
look at
how the lockup's supposed to be.
Yeah.
If a lockup doesn't have aggression between the two of you, then it's not a fucking lockup.
Oh yeah.
Snap in there, motherfucker.
That's
Nice
right.
and tight, man.
The whole point of the lockup is to look like you're both trying to tear each other apart.
Is that Big Mama refereeing?
Yeah.
Man.
Yep, that's Big Mama.
And like you see, I'm red. Like you see the blood running down me.
And
He's got color.
think about it, brother. Big Mama goes from this to being a veteran now. Has held lots of championships.
Big Mama's awesome, dude. She's a great lady, man.
And she knows how to work.
She keeps
too.
riding. She keeps riding pretty grounded. But it's a good thing.
That was a good spot when they was in Cynthiana.
Ah, Ready
I
X
know what you're
said.
talking about, the whole earthquake thing.
Man.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It was good.
Ready
man.
X said
So
Chucky and
simple.
Donnie together were great.
Yeah. I think tagging in like our matches were really good too, man.
And
I
do
think
y'all
all them
remember
guys-
Andy Douglas was in Sterling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
That's
was
what
there
Bobby
when
Green
we started
said.
going up there.
Yeah.
Kids love that dude.
What happened to that guy? Like,
He went to TNA. And
I know.
then-
I
and
know.
And
Never
then
heard of
he
it
just,
again.
then he just fell off.
But they loved him up.
That's
in-
one
in
name I
Sterling.
hadn't
'Cause
heard
he was
that
the whole, He
name.
had that whole Jeff Hardy shit going.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that name in years.
Because Chadwick's boy loved Andy.
Oh,
Douglas.
what's that? Cameron? Yeah.
Look at that Chucky smooth
Dude,
dance.
there was one time, and I don't know if like y'all would know who this guy is, but this dude like he came out and I think he had a bandana on and he had like he looked just like Billy Gunn, but he had an eye or a piercing right here, and he had a match, like a pretty big match, and then after his match, everybody came out and like
Chris Michaels.
everybody came out and beat the shit out of him.
Yep, Chris Michaels.
And they like carried him out on
Chris
a stretcher.
Michaels still wrestling too.
I bet it was Chris Michaels. I mean, that's who your description probably pretty much sounds like. Yeah.
But I
He's
He's
remember,
been around for a
oh.
long time.
I remember
He's a
that.
chiropractor now. Andy is.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Wow.
that's what Red X
He's
said.
what?
A chiropractor.
Andy Douglas?
Yep,
Damn.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that name in a long time.
that's right. Look at that. Look at how
Oh.
smooth you were running those ropes. Look at that. You just changed up how you do the leg drop that you did.
Yeah, I just incorporated it with that.
That's right.
I guess that girl Lisa Crockett wouldn't known. I thought Bobby might have known her.
Look at those turnbuckles.
That's who I beat for the Cruiserweight Championship from. And Big Al took it off me when I was drinking Slim Fast in the ring. That's what Bobby Green said.
Slim
Yeah.
fast.
Bobby,
Yeah,
what
we,
was you doing in the cruiserweight division?
Shit, Al was in it too one time.
What damn by that like the Bear should have been a Cruiserweight.
We built up to a strap. We did a strap match at FanFest. Me and Anthony Bryant did here.
Hell yeah.
And like, dude, I used to beat the hell out of him, man. And like,
Watch her ref. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I didn't mean cut you off.
she
Look
learned
at
from the
her.
best.
That's way
She
better
just-
than
She learned from the
that,
best.
that's
You know what I'm
way
saying?
better. That's better than
You
Aubrey
ain't just
Edwards.
gonna stand in there like some law.
Exactly.
You're gonna,
And she's not trying to take the show off the wrestlers and put it onto herself
Shit.
like Aubrey Edwards.
She learned from the best.
Exactly. She know when to get involved.
Oh, you see the
and when
blood
not
on my
to.
chest?
yeah,
Well, them-
I see it.
You got colored,
That
brother.
light come on.
I feel like
that dude was like, what the hell?
I feel like saying, man, dude, I got covered for the match. She was started.
The only thing missing is Enter Sandman playing while
Oh,
you do
yeah.
it.
ECW was awesome. Change the
Yep.
subject real quick.
I don't
But
care
looking
what.
back, like we was talking about the Sweet Chin music,
Yep.
but hitting fools with power bombs through
Yep.
burning tables and cheese grater, and then they kick out. It's like, what the hell am I
Yep.
going to hit you with the beat?
Killed the whole fucking thing because if you're gonna put them to a table after you cheese grate them.
There ain't
in,
nothing else you can do.
Exactly.
You're going to have to kill somebody next.
Exactly. And the one that would kill somebody would be
And we got these guys that jump off these damn,
Yeah.
what they call it, Botchmania and all that shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Break their shit. Just,
and Botchamania. They're not mocking it. They're just showing what they find interesting about the botches.
Okay.
But there are some like the Idiots on X that will
They make
mock
fun of
you.
people.
Now,
Yeah.
now, sometimes, like like when what was it? I think it was at the latest Money in the Bank
Yeah.
pay-per-view. In like
Look,
the
that
main
roll
ma-
up small package. Look.
Damn.
Innovative.
in the main match they botched a move. It's hilarious. He goes for the low blow, but he's got him in
Yeah.
the pile
Tonka
And
Loga.
then he fucking hits his teammate in the head
Yeah.
instead of the low blow, dude.
Yeah.
It's so
First he hit the butt, then he hit the teammate
And
instead of
then he
the
did
head.
it again, so it was like,
Yeah, you should just
And-
went on.
yeah.
You know,
Well-
Botchamania may seem like it's making fun of wrestling, but if it was, it would be doing it how X people do it.
Damn,
The
you
X
got
people
all
be
that.
be literally turned into anything and everything about wrestling.
Yeah.
And Matthew, who does Botchamania, he don't. He's a wrestling fan. If he spotlights it, it's because he loved the show that he was watching.
Gotcha.
Like, he spotlights WWE, independent wrestling, AEW, if it is good sometimes. But
What
if
is
it's
it?
really
What's
bad,
everybody hate about AEW? 'Cause I don't watch it.
I'll tell you what everybody hates. They no sell moves a lot. They do stupid shit that's unnecessary. They got guys that should be get ended. Like one time, Bandito, who got hired by AEW, gets military press gorilla slammed off the middle rope and immediately jumps back up to his feet like nothing happened. And AEW wonders why they're hated. Because they don't know how to fucking do things
Well, who
right.
they got in the back's the problem. Because
Yeah.
Tony
Exactly.
Khan's he's the modern day Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, he's a Mizar. And he also don't want to hire no one that can help book the shows, help put the shows together,
Well, he must
get
have some
everything right.
guys in his
There-
ears, maybe
there's-
the young bucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also CM Punk, like if you go back and watch the CM Punk interview that's on YouTube with Ariel,
That
he
was the problem
he tells you
had.
exactly what Tony Khan is. Tony Khan's not a fucking boss. He wants to be everybody's friend. He doesn't want to do the fucking job like he's supposed to. He just wants to have fun, not make fucking money, not put butts inside seats. He just wants a write off. That's what AEW is. He's not making money from that company. He's
Kinda like
just
W-
getting around.
Jimmy Walsh says, "Tell Chucky to quit watching the DVD and tell a story."
Tell him, X.
Hey man, I'm just listening, sir. I'm all ears right now.
We was actually talking about you earlier. Chucky said that he got comparisons of you back in the day as
Yep.
Babyface.
That's right. That's a good comparison. Oh look,
A lot of places I
the
went,
strap match.
I got compared to Rated X. Man. Like I said, that was a big compliment.
That's right.
And I was also telling you, remember the night X? Me and Al wrestled you and Ricky Morton and Cynthia Ann at the City Hall building. That's one match I'll always treasure. It was a good one.
What got rated X like in wrestling?
Exactly.
Ooh, good question.
And we had Red X in the studio back in May. It was right before the fair.
Imagine
tour
the stories
started.
that man has.
He has
It's like
a lot.
Charlie's
We
got all
gotta
his
have part
stories
two.
and the greens. You know,
We definitely gotta have part 2 to it as well. Surprise back, we gotta have part 2 to this as well. Because this has been
I'm-
fun.
I had fun tonight.
I'll just talk all day about wrestling.
I knew it'd
That's
be
right,
good.
brother.
I'll
We're
nerd
gonna have
out
to
for
get
that
you in
shit.
again.
Hey, it beat last week's show. I can tell you that right now.
That's right, because Dizzle,
Dizzle, we love you, but
Hey,
sucked last week.
At least he came in. He showed up.
did.
He was booked.
that's true.
He was a substitute.
I don't know what happened to do it. I booked it. My
Dude, my bad. Dude, I'm sorry.
I thought I had it, dude, but I must have been drinking and got it mixed up. My bad.
This is good stuff. I love it.
But yeah, we're at the end of the show, guys. Who would like to say their goodbyes first?
Let's hear it, Jimmy.
I appreciate coming on here. I love talking wrestling. I don't keep up with the new stuff as much, but all the old shit, I'll talk about it all day. I'd love to talk to Bobby all day about it, Bobby Blade, or anybody, because respect to wrestlers.
That's
The
right.
thing for me is, you can mess up, but And it's up to you how you let the crowd dictate that. But nobody does what wrestlers do.
Yep.
Nobody.
Not
Especially
even
out there on the
sports.
fly, changing it up, or if you've caught it in the back for the last 5 hours, whatever it is, you still got to get. The thing that I heard was that person across the ring's putting their life in your hands. And that sums it up right there.
Yep.
If you don't even looking at it that way and all you're worried about is living your dream of being in the ring and you ain't even putting in good boots and all that shit, that's what I hated about Stone Cold coming back. He looked like pure shit going against Kevin Owens. That's my opinion as a wrestling fan. I bet you got him in a dark room somewhere private, not a dark room, but and say, hey, do you regret that? I bet he doesn't. He's blown up. But anyways, wrestlers, much respect to any of them that get out there and take the bumps, because you can't fake gravity.
That's right. And you're putting your trust in another man.
Thanks,
Exactly.
Dale Bass, for your going away speech.
Hey, blow it out your ass over. I don't care if you're the biggest
dang,
baby
dude.
face ever.
It's like a 15-minute fucking finale.
You can suck these Chinese nuts.
Chinese? Oh, egg roll Peter. Anyway.
You got that turtleneck on.
Bobby Green said you should come next week.
No,
with them.
I'm not coming to join the Greens. They're gonna
Oh,
miss out
no.
for theirself.
No, man.
Buddy might try to touch you.
It's the beard.
All right. So I want to make an announcement. Next week, the 30th, we have our first MMA fighter coming in. His name's Travis Hudson. He's making his pro MMA debut August 3rd.
Sweep the
So-
leg.
Sweep the leg.
That's
Way
right,
of the
take your
fist.
leg
Sweep the
out.
fucking leg, dude.
Sweep that
No
leg.
mercy.
Show no
No
mercy
mercy.
to him.
I'm no MMA fighter, but from watching Karate Kid, I'd just sweep the leg.
Are you watching Cobra Kai?
Yeah, you take the
seen
leg.
Season 6?
You take that leg.
Season
Ain't nobody
6?
gonna get
Yeah,
back.
you seen season 6?
I ain't
Cobra
seen
Kai?
season 1.
I've seen it.
Johnny Lawrence on there?
Yeah.
I
Yep,
know.
he's back.
Driving a badass
Him
car.
and Daniel LaRusso were kicking some ass
Yes,
all these
Sensei.
seasons.
Yes, Sensei.
No mercy.
No mercy.
Show no mercy. Break that leg and they can't get up.
Bag. Get him a body bag.
Dutch was way better.
Oh, Dutch was a badass.
Dutch was the
In the
boy.
show, they got him in prison, but they just couldn't get him for the
That's
show.
where he belongs,
Also-
dude. He's an animal.
Also, the guy said put inside a body bag, dies, and gets put inside a body bag in the show.
Oh yeah. But that's all I got. Tell your grandmas to hit me up, and midget strippers.
That's
Bring 'em
right.
on.
We love our midget strippers.
And that's
Come
a
lap
sign
dance
out.
on us.
That's Bmoney sign out. Taking it to Chucky Smooth.
Well, first and foremost, it's fuck Al.
Fuck out.
Fuck Al.
Fuck Al all day.
And I just like this mic and this headphone. I just want to do my Eddie Murphy. I want to party all the time, party all the time. I'm out. Nice Guy Eddie podcast. Thanks for having me. Superfly Johnny Lee.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for having me. Bear, thanks for not following up. I love
That's
you
right.
anyway. I love you anyway.
That's right. You should have at least given the man some word, but now it's time for the podcast God to close this on out. Thank you all that's been tuning in. You've been wonderful. Thank you to Kayla Rose. Thank you to Mama
Steele.
Mama Steele. Thank you to everybody, including Reddy X. Thank you, Bobby Green, for commenting. Thank you for calling in. I just want to say, stay nice, and just remember, if you ain't having fun,
You ain't getting none.
damn Skippy.
Oh, who?
Bring that midget stripper on to
Bring
me.
her.
Nice Guy Andy Podcast. Skullface Records Radio.
If he keeps popping off at the mouth, I'm gonna be his daddy.
That ain't what your mama said.
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky-dink bullshit podcast.
This is a Zodiac. I'm telling you now.
That's right.